Respond to the prompt. Is there any question? The prompt not even a question.
No, respond to the prompt. Like somebody say something, you respond to it.
That's called a question and answer, and that's not a.
No. You can respond to something somebody say. I could say the weather's nice today. You can respond, you know what, it is nice. Or no, I'm cold or I'm hot. Like that's a response.
I
What is,
just I don't respond to opinions,
what's your
but
question? What's your question? All right, that's you. Then that should be your response. That you don't respond to opinions because you think facts are opinions. Got it. What's your question? I want to know what it is.
you must be single. I'm guessing.
You couldn't even say it with a straight face. I told you a
So you
troll.
must
Who
you
does
must be
that?
single.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Probably unemployed as well.
See, being single is different for women than it is men. Y'all think, oh, being single mean you don't have value or something because that's how y'all tie y'all value in. Going along with my prompt, the desperation, the codependency, the need to have access to women to define who you are as a person. Do you actually
Who?
think that's hold up, pause, because don't try to respond to my opinion, right? You don't do that. The thing is, like, that's something y'all need. So y'all literally project it to women, even though there's studies out here that say that women who are single, without children are the happiest demographic of people. Y'all still be like, oh, you ain't got a man though. Even though men bring heartache, men bring stress. Like men are parasitical when it comes to women. Like this shit is weird. That's not an
Women's
insult, sir.
happiness has actually been on a
No.
decline.
Pause. If it is y'all motherfuckers around, the thing what I'm saying is like me saying I'm single and you like, oh that's why you single. If y'all the
I
fucking
never said
dating
that.
pool, I'm good. That's
Yo, but
weird.
like, if it didn't, if you thought it was actually like a positive thing to be single, you
You can shut up. I didn't introduce you into the conversation. So go ahead, chicken. We
we
listening.
see why you single, bro.
All
Yeah, I
right,
mean,
you
I
got it.
just like I said, I wasn't taking a stab at you being single. I mean, if you took
I
it
don't
as a
know. I don't
stab,
understand why it's relevant to the conversation. So you can't like try play it down now. You literally did not have to make that
the
comment. We didn't.
reason,
Have to, the thing is, we can have
the,
this conversation without me talking about anything about my personal life, and you don't have to mention anything about yours. But you felt that there was a need to say something because you're trying to exert
yeah,
some type
because
of
let me tell
dominance
you
over
why it's
me, and
relevant.
I'm just fucking with. No, no, no. Why would I care about your opinion? We don't respond to opinions, right? Why would the fuck if I care what you thought? I said I wanted to hear your
It
question.
wasn't an
That was
opinion.
it. Okay, but go ahead. Tell us about your codependency. We listening.
The reason it was relevant because no woman with a man would come up there with this prompt and talk like this.
Something wrong with y'all. I talk to women all the day, all the time. Some of those women are married. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Not with a prompt like this.
No, because this, y'all think the shaming tactics that you use on other men to try to like get them to conform and act certain ways work on women. It doesn't.
What are you
So
even
you
talking
know,
about?
no, because you're a man. Tell me what the perspective of a woman would be. No woman would be like. Have you ever been a single woman, sir? Have you ever been a single woman?
No, but I just guessed that you were single
No.
when I was
Stop right
right.
there. You said no. So what the fuck is you talking about?
But then I just guessed that you were single when I was right.
It's not a big mystery, so I say it all the time. Shout out to me for being single. What are you talking about?
And I just guessed that you were unemployed too, and I was right about that.
Why? That's a weird thing. So, like, what you a fake like Kevin Samuels nigga? Why the fuck you care about my personal business? If we having a conversation. That's what I'm saying. Why are you trying to be combative and assert dominance over me? What is wrong with you?
I was just assuming
You
about
ain't
your
got
life.
shit
And
to
I was right.
say. You just assuming based on your own perspectives, your own narrow view of the world. Don't nobody give a fuck. You codependent. You think if somebody's single, it's the end of the world. So that means you gotta be with somebody. Got it, sir. So what the fuck was your question? Was that your only question? You got something to say about the prompt? Because there ain't nothing to say. You're not adding any value to this conversation, sir.
Why are you talking so much?
What's up, Tony? I'm gonna mute you. How you doing today?
I'm good. You?
I'm alright.
But what's up? Because I
You
don't. I
respond to the prompt.
get what you was saying men can't handle the world and they want
Yeah.
a woman to
Men
shield them.
Yeah, men like the facade that they give for women, right? Because women like there's a few things. Women downplay shit for men. Women will come up with great ideas, and the man, his fragile ego, let him have the credit for it. Women let men think they lead, and when they're not doing shit, women are the real
But
protectors, right?
I got a quick
So
question.
pause. I'm talking. So you're not a good listener. That's fine. But I'm answering the question that was asked. Okay. Men got this delusion that they protective providers, all things that are tied with being a woman. So they need to be with a woman to be a full man. And then when they're in a relationship, they want to feel like, oh, I'm the top dog. I'm the king of the castle. And they want a woman that supports that. That's why they say, oh, can you submit to me? Like it's real insecure. Men can't stand on their own. We see in real time when we got this influx of incels in society, how niggas at. Go ahead.
Only thing I gotta say is, who's raising these kids?
Y'all
Who's
not.
raising
Y'all
these
not. No,
boys?
no, no. Y'all not. Y'all run
No,
your
no, who's
own
raising these
business.
boys? Single moms are,
Sir,
right?
sir,
So it's
sir,
y'all
sir.
fault.
No, sir. Shut
Y'all
up.
raising what
You
y'all
don't know
want,
what you're
so there you
talking
go.
about. Not men abandoning. Men are abandoning their children. Men are abandoning their children. Men are online arguing about paying child support for children that are tied to them. Men are leaving their children, going off
Who
and
has the
living.
final
Whole
say
lot.
of getting kids or not?
Shut
You
up,
do. So
sir.
y'all
You
are the
are a
biggest dummies
bot. You're
ever.
a bot. You're a bot. You're a fucking bot. Shut up. You're a bot. You say the same shit.
Fat
If
bitch.
y'all, if, oh look, you mad? Go ahead with the crash out. We Letos over here. You got it. Go ahead, crash out. Go ahead. Go ahead, bitch. Crash out. You
Will
got it.
do. Will do. I
Go ahead.
wish I
Go
wish I
ahead.
was in
Go
front of
ahead.
you so I can smack the shit out you. You know that?
So
I
you a
hit women.
bitch. So you a
I hit
bitch.
women.
No, you a bitch. You ain't hitting nothing over here, bitch. You don't know me. The fuck? No, cause you a bitch. The fuck? Y'all weird. You hit women. Bitch. Y'all act like metal don't go through y'all motherfucking asses. That's crazy. How you doing, Red? What's up?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, go ahead and
Uh,
respond to the prompt.
it's making me laugh. That's why I'm laughing. They just went left too fast.
Do you want
I
me to go to
can't,
the next person? I can come back to you.
now I can go ahead and answer the prompt. So, um, when you say y'all shield us, what do you mean by that?
Women are the protectors of men, unfortunately. We're conditioned to do so. We're conditioned to have certain behaviors that cater to the man ego. Women are conditioned to coddle y'all. Like, without a woman, y'all are lost. Y'all struggle. I hear men all the time argue and try to put other men down based on the women he is tied to. Just weird shit like that. Like, men can't deal with the fact that they don't have much value, that they aren't what they think they are, but they need women around them that are male centered that can reinforce that delusion. Men cannot deal with the reality of life.
Can I, is my time to respond?
See right there, why would you not be able to respond? That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it? A comprehension thing? I made a prompt. You responded. I responded to you. We engaged in a conversation, and you like, oh, can I respond?
I'm,
What the fuck? Just
I'm, be,
respond. I
I'm
literally
being
paused.
respect. I'm
No, no,
being
no, no, no,
respectful.
no,
I
no,
was
no,
just
no.
making
You
sure you
being
was
passive.
done.
You're not. You're being passive aggressive. You're
Huh?
being passive aggressive. I know passive aggressive when I see it.
I didn't even do
So, no,
anything.
no,
I
no,
just asked, can I
sir, sir,
respond?
sir, sir. Go ahead and just respond. You gonna ask for permission every time you want to say something?
Well, the last two
Well,
dudes,
how
you
about you
got an
raise your hand?
attitude
Okay,
with them.
I don't give a fuck. You can raise your hand in the comments. I don't give a shit what happened before. Okay, that don't mean shit. I don't give a fuck about your validation. I don't care about what you
What?
think.
I
You
didn't
want to
even say
respond?
nothing. I'm
You can
trying to
respond.
respond. Okay,
You can
I'm all
respond.
right.
Shut.
So you got it, man. You just want to
You
argue.
ain't got
Never
shit to
mind.
say. That's
You got
fine.
it.
Good
You got
night.
it.
Take care. Second crash out. Whatever. Um, what's up, Sharon? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm good today.
Let me see, man. Can what do they want? I think to an extent, yeah, this is definitely true.
Tell me about the
And
extent.
huh?
Tell me about the extent.
Um, because the reason why I say it's an extent is because men are actually trying to make women be in the like the secondary role or position, which would imply that we can handle the world. But I think in totality, um,
But that's not true.
Well, what I mean
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
they want women to go back to the kitchen and be barefoot and pregnant and not have any rights and stuff like that in society. They don't want women to have a voice,
So,
which
so my question is why? Because that part is important. Why do men feel the need to subjugate women? What does that do for them?
it affirms our inherent biases as men that we're supposed to be the leaders and we're supposed to be subservient. And that women are supposed to not only are we supposed to be the leaders and be like authoritarians, it also affirms the notion that women are supposed to be beneath us and that they're supposed to be coddling and subjugated to our will and to our whims and stuff like that. It's supposed to affirm our inherent sense of manhood and masculinity. And a lot of times, men that don't conform to that, oftentimes get shamed. Which is why I was about to say that it really doesn't. In the grand scheme of things, it actually still points to the fact that men really can't handle it. Because the things that a lot of men even complain about right now, a lot of the things that these red pill, these incels, these manosphere, these passport bros complain about, even when it comes to like things that women do or don't do, is still at the end of the day, it's still the fault of men. Right? They always trying to complain about, oh well, women are only want men that make a certain amount. They're always trying to look for men with the means and men with resources or whatever. But if you look at the history of women in America, that's literally what men have socialized women to do. Y'all are
So
supposed to go and
before,
look for the man
so
that
before we
has.
go there, hold up. Before we go there, so yeah, men want women to subjugate for all those reasons. What happens when women don't do that though? What happens to men when they find themselves single, alone? When they find themselves impacted by the lonely man epidemic? When they find themselves in relationships with women who may deal with them but don't actually want to be in like a traditional relationship with them? What happens to the men?
Mm, plethora of things, honestly. Some of those men, they end up feeling invalidated as men. They end up feeling less than. They become very sad, very depressed. They feel as if they're not accomplishing their purpose in life. Some of them crash out in the worst ways,
Okay,
to
so
include
stay right
unaliving.
there. Hold on, stay right there. So is that not them struggling with their reality? So when they're alone and by themselves, they have to face the reality of who they are. Is they can't be the stereotypical man. It can't be that dude they supposed to be unless a woman is there. Literally, men can't even go in high positions without women attached to them. So that's why I said like they can't handle the world. We see men crashing out in real time because they can't deal with the fact that a woman don't want to be tied down to them. Men need women to reinforce that delusion for them. They
Yeah.
cannot survive on their own.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why so many of us have geared rhetoric towards not really making men better per se, but towards trying to tear down the self-esteem of women. Like, look at Kevin Samuels, look at Tommy Sotomayor, look at all like Andrew Tate and stuff like that. A lot of, or not even Andrew Tate specifically.
But
Well,
don't
him too,
always,
but
but hold
Fresh and
up, don't
Fit.
always, hold up, don't always push it. Cause I get what you're saying, but like, don't always focus on those dudes. Focus on the everyday dudes who also problematic as fuck. Like, we don't always have to take. Because I think the
No, I'm
problem
taking.
with
I'm going
using
there.
those.
I'm going
Now,
there.
I understand what you're saying, but listen what I'm saying. When we continue to say those names, it's just like when we talk about racism, and it's like you go to the extreme races, and we don't get to talk to the people who are like microaggressive or whatever. Cause like we're not talking about those niggas. We talking about regular, degular motherfuckers, regular, degular.
Right. And that's kind of that's where I'm heading because a lot of them, that's why they have so much rhetoric and so much hate towards women, trying to get y'all to pretty much devalue yourselves or to lower your self-esteem so men that are not on par will have easier access to y'all. That's why there's so much rhetoric and stuff from even regular men. Um, that is geared towards tarnishing like single mothers and stuff like that. Because you're a single mother, you're not supposed to have high standards. You're not supposed to learn from your experiences. You're not supposed to do better. You're supposed to be out here, what they call it, for recreational use by these men. And the better is see, the more women actually quote unquote choose better, and the more women uh, raise y'all standards or whatever, the less access certain men will have to women. Even if that woman is a single mother of however many kids, even if that woman is child free, it doesn't really matter. A lot of this rhetoric is is cultivated for the specific purpose of making women feel less than. So men that are of low value and low, common sense and pretty much low stock can have easier access to those women. And that's part of the reason why they always try and do like the whole competition thing, right? They will compare like we'll use like the whole car rhetoric, right? Or we'll use like the whole key rhetoric, right? To try and create competition between women. So we'll say, oh, well, this woman has however many kids out of wedlock. But this woman over here, like, she's a lot better. She's more pure. There's been a lot less men that have had access to her, yada, yada, yada. And we'll try and do that just because we actually want access to the woman that has however many kids. And we need her to have low self-esteem and to not use her experiences in the past from dealing with men to raise her standards so we can still maintain sexual access to said woman.
This is what I'm gonna say about that though. I understand I'm in community and people have different views, so like I try to be like more inclusive. But I like the dude who came up here was like, "Are you single?" I'm proud of being single. Like, um, I don't think women should be in relationships with men. Period. To be honest, I think it's beyond just raising your standards. Like, if you want to mess around with a man, fine. This idea that you got to be tied down to one person is social conditioning. Why the fuck do women have to just be with one person, right?
Right.
Like women have all the advantages. Why would I want to live in a household with a motherfucker who could harm me? Why the fuck would I just deal with you? You got ED. I can go out and get another one. Like Sagittarius said, get three of them, put them in a fucking uniform. Like, why should I limit myself? Like, the world is vast. There's a lot of variety if I wanted to take that route. And all of these actions of tying parenthood with relationships is fucking crazy, and that's weird because why the fuck are we combining the two? That's one. Two,
Mhm.
why would I commit myself long term to a man if I got sick and had a drastic change or something, he would leave me? Why would I be with somebody who's going to isolate me from my social circle, my family, and my friends? Why would I do that to myself when I can go over here and have fulfilling relationships with women? And if I decide to mess with men, I can do mess with men and go about my business, go back home. I don't want to be stuck with that motherfucker. Like, that's
Mhm.
crazy. That makes no fucking sense at all. So I think for me personally, fuck the standards, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Like, if I need you, I use you. If I don't, you can go home. Cause like, I don't see why it should be anything but fuck the unicorn. Like, let's be for real.
And that's what a lot of men are starting. Well, that's what a lot of men have been hating, especially when we talk about autonomy and women claiming power and like pretty much control over the narrative, so to speak, right? A lot of men do not like the fact that a lot of women are choosing to move however y'all want to. And some people will say y'all moving like men. Some people will say you're just moving like an individual that knows what they want out of life. If y'all want this out of life, then you're going to go get it. And a lot of men don't appreciate that manner of autonomy because oftentimes it'll leave that particular man out the loop, so to speak, or leave that particular man not being able to have access to you, which again is why we spew so much rhetoric and so much hate towards those women because we need y'all to succumb and be made accessible to us. So a
That's why I
lot
say
of
for women, validation is the most dangerous thing. Male validation is fucking dangerous for women. And whenever a man is validating you, you need to see what the fuck you doing wrong. Because men only validate to control. So fuck male validation. Fuck giving a fuck what a man think. Like, live your motherfucking life. He a bitch. He don't know himself. He insecure. Who the fuck cares what he think about himself? That nigga walk around all day worry about what other men think about him. Fuck him. Girl, go on about your business. But hold up, shit. I want to get more people in the conversation. What's up, Sagittarius?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
hey, what's
Hold
going
on
on?
1 second. Sagittarius was next.
Can
Sag,
you
you
hear
there?
me?
Hold up. Sag, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just came up to be one, your little ray of sunshine, and two, um, Shiran actually proved like took my point. Not really took my point, but he made my point because I was thinking that the men come up here and prove the point of the prompt every day when they blame women for raising the children instead of the fathers who left. That's one way that they shield us. Also, that we shield them. Also, married men, they're always triangulating the wife with the children's mom. And so anytime there's multiple women in a man's life, he normally triangulates them. to keep himself safe most of the time.
Yeah, cause like, I mean, you already know. I think it's a good thing to make, like, let him leave. A lot of these men not supposed to be around children anyway. If you got kids, you should have a support system with other women who have children to support each other. Not no motherfucker who going to get on your goddamn nerves ain't gonna help out the kids anyway. It's a glorified fucking ATM machine. Like, and it's just weird. Like, you abandon kids and then you blame the women for it. Like, the motherfuckers love the gaslight. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's her baby. That ain't your motherfucking baby anyway. Send a check, nigga, and shut the fuck up. That's just the way I see it.
They
What's up,
blame
OM? Oh, go
they
ahead.
blame their mother too. I was just saying they blame their mother too.
Yeah, they always want. It's got to be a woman for something, because Lord knows, not gonna hold yourself accountable. Not gonna hold your daddy accountable. We got it. It's the
Yeah,
same shit.
that man started on what's his name panel today and said that his dad was a good man, but he left him with a smoker. Like, sir, that man left you with a smoker.
Wait, but they forget, like, ain't like these motherfuckers act like when their daddy leave, they out in they trying to cross the Sahara Deserts or something. That motherfucker at the club. That motherfucker, like, he ain't calling you, but he blowing up somebody's inbox. Like, let's be for real. Like, let's look on a day to day basis. The reason why niggas always talking about they in the gym, because they got ample time. They just got time on their hands to be hanging out the gym hours on it, hours every day, playing fucking video games. Everybody, they love to say they working, but y'all niggas got time for extracurriculars like that. And then be like, oh, my dad was going through all this. Why the fuck he ain't trying to reach out to you as hard as he tried to get that woman? Be for real.
Right. We talk to them. We talk to their dads more than they do.
Hey, y'all tap the screen, please. Yeah. Do you on Facebook? If you in any of those groups, you see women share the comments, all the fucking text messages all the time. He ain't see the kids and mom. She like, what's up with you and the kids? He like, I get the kids and I can come over and hang out with you. Like, he more worried about the woman is than he did about them damn kids. That's like they not their children. That shit is crazy.
Where the hoes went?
I don't know. They got snatched. I don't know. It's already some crash out, so I mean, mission accomplished. It is what it is.
But we
I
we
actually
need a
kind of
baby. Huh?
actually be enjoying seeing when like men crash out in real life. And what I mean is I kind of enjoy when I see like other men take themselves out due to like the male loneliness epidemic. I actually enjoy that. Um, I actually kind of enjoy when men take themselves out. But too many of these men be doing the whole suicide thing. So
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons I don't like that more.
I had a friend who her husband unalived her before she could leave, and then unalived himself and left 4 kids without parents.
Yep.
That sounds like something that happened. I feel like I heard. I don't know. It actually happened so much. There's no telling which story. I can't even figure out which story you're talking about just by mentioning that. Because the
And then
amount of
that sick
husbands and
motherfucker sent a
ex-husbands,
picture to us. He literally sent a picture of her, like, at what he did, because she was trying to get out of the relationship.
He
and
is.
that's when it happens the most. For real.
That's why when motherfucker talking about you single, yeah, nigga, I'm free. What the fuck you
It's
talking about?
safer.
This dude talking about women be dropping off their kids to go with their grandma to go to the club. I damn sure do, and I'll do it again.
Mm, Let me see. Other men's pains give me pleasure because a lot of men are too damn dense to actually improve themselves as men. So me personally as a man, by
Wait,
times
wait,
I
wait.
get through.
Let's go back because you starting that as a man stuff. Let's rewind because we kind of just met you.
Well, I'm
So,
talking to somebody in the comments. My bad.
oh, okay. So,
I
are
would
you
just
a
say, like, let us enjoy the pain. Y'all supposed to be doing the work. Y'all supposed to be out here educating these motherfuckers, get them together.
But no, after I spend so much time trying to like show a man and try to like help him and give him advice and stuff like that, once I see the motherfucker, the individual and listen, I really don't care.
No, you can call them
Because
a motherfucker. That's what they is.
oh well, yeah, I really don't care. I'm really more so of the opinion that if men were not around for a lot of this, a lot of these issues wouldn't even exist. So once I get to that point with a man, like I really don't care. Like if he did commit slide, I would not give a fuck. I'd probably be like, yeah. Like when Kevin Samuels passed, I was happy about that. And I'm waiting for Andrew Tate. I'm waiting for some of these other
Real quick, that's a holiday. Just so y'all know, May coming up.
May 7th.
Hold up, y'all. Let everybody get in the conversation. What's up?
Hold
Give
up.
me mine. Hold up, what?
Oh, I forgot. We had to because Ron just went on. He hasn't. We got to give you your shots, Ron. Are you a ON? Are you a OAN or are you a YN?
I'm probably closer to OAN, if we're gonna be honest. That's an old ass nigga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 31, but I'm probably closer to young nigga status. But I've seen the light when it comes to men a long time ago. Thanks to the foreign game situation, just
Hold on, we'll be back. I just wanted to confirm your perspective. Let's give me a.
I think, Sharon, I'm gonna be honest. Though, I would love to do the red pill survey on you. Like I would love to. Yeah, we're gonna pull it up one day. It's kind of late now, but we're gonna do it one day. What's up? Give me mine. What you want to say?
I mean, to be truthful, y'all ladies do have a point. You know, I'm not gonna get up in here and say men don't need to take accountability
A point about what?
for their actions.
A point about what?
About how us men act as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna speak for my individual, but as men as a whole, we got to do better when it comes to our black women. I do agree with that.
Go ahead with the butt.
I'm about to say I feel a butt. I feel a BBL booty.
Yeah,
I would like to see us as black men and black women take accountability together to make it work.
About what?
It takes
accountability for what?
to make it better in our relationship.
Hold up. Because I swear it be like I'm at work on a fucking panel. Y'all gotta say complete sentences. Like y'all be vague as shit. Y'all be like, I agree with everything y'all saying, but something ain't right about this part, whatever, and never go into what the fuck you're talking about. So be more detailed, okay?
Got you. So we need to take accountability of how we treat our women. We need to take accountability of y'all being effective leaders, as just claiming that.
No. We know what y'all gotta do. Listen, we know y'all ain't shit.
Okay, you just asked me to be specific, Baba.
No. I'm gonna help you out because apparently that's what I do, right? You said women need to take accountability too. Educate me, sir.
There's instances where women bring toxicity as well as the male. So
hold up.
I feel that women need to work on themselves as much as men do.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Give us the list.
For once, y'all need to deliver your message better to the men that y'all with instead of attacking.
Which message are we trying to deliver?
Whatever the message it is you want to deliver to the person you with or your significant other.
Just like you not listening.
Delivery is everything. If you come to him rough and you come in, because I'm trying to explain, Mama. You won't let me explain.
See, I'm doing this on purpose so you can see, motherfucker. Y'all don't listen. When we talk, y'all just wait for us to stop talking or you talk over us. So that's null and void. Go to the next thing we need to do.
Go ahead. I'm done. Because
women don't need to be held accountable. Hold on.
See, you already interrupt me.
Number 3, crash out. So women don't need to be held accountable for shit because you couldn't name nothing. Got it. What's up, Lynn?
Yeah, he don't have to answer, Sway. What's up, everybody? Hey to everybody in the comments, comment cousins, everybody on the panel. What's up, y'all? Yeah, I think like he just said, his point exactly. His point proved your prompt to the T. He said that women need to deliver their message to the men that they're with better. So we need to shield, coddle men from the truth. We need to speak to them in soft, cooing baby tones. Oh no, baby. You need to fill out your application. You need to make sure that your resume is up to date and that it's proper. You need to make sure you take the required courses in order to obtain the degree that you want, or you need to make sure you go to the correct trade school in order to get the proper certifications so that you can get a
That's not what
job.
I'm saying.
You
That's
also
not what
need
I'm
to make
saying.
sure that you read books on financial literacy so you can learn how to save and multiply money, and you won't live paycheck to paycheck like the rest of the men in
Wow. This is
America.
wild.
You should also work on healing your childhood trauma. Here's a therapist. I'll call her for you. I'll set up the appointment. I'll hold your hand to get there, or I'll set up the Zoom call. Your appointments are on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the first 6 months, and after that, you're going to go once a week.
You sound like a
Okay?
probation
Then you
officer.
should read then you should read books that help you heal your mental health issues. There's one called Growing Yourself Back Up. It's about regression. Look into that. There's one about human traits. You should look into that. 48 Laws of Power, baby, won't be the book that'll help you become a better human being. Maybe you should read books on discipline, and you should practice doing the same thing every day. Oh, you should read books on forming habits, honey Boo Bear, because I'm just a lowly woman. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to hurt your feelings when I say this, but I think you have a bad problem with habits. No, this isn't me throwing it in your face. I'm not throwing it in your face. I'm not throwing it in your face. I'm not kicking you when you're down. You're a strong back king. You're a strong king. You just have bad problems with. Okay, let me figure out how to say this. Maybe you can form better. No, that's not right. Hey babe, I'm reading this book. It's called Atomic Habits. Do you want to join the book club? Maybe we should start a book club. Oh, you don't read? You read at a third grade level?
Oh,
Audible,
wow.
baby. Oh,
See how you
let's
judge?
get
You
the
judge him?
Audible.
Girl, know
Okay.
me.
And I land.
See what you did right there, being
Hold up,
condescending?
pause,
That's
pause,
the
hold up,
delivery I'm
hold
talking
up,
about.
hold
You don't
up.
have to deliver like that.
Shut up, because that was perfection, Lynn. Oh my god. But not you also actually giving these motherfuckers advice at the same time, and this bitch want to be combative instead of fucking listening.
Clock that
Just
tea,
saying.
Sarah.
Did you already read the 48 Laws of Power, Give?
I don't read that book.
You don't read.
He read
Okay.
Rich Dad.
I read, lady, but I don't read that
What's
book.
the last
I
book you
don't.
read? What's the last book you read?
Let's see, what's the last book I read? It's a John Grissom book.
About
I
what?
like. It's about a law book. John Grissom writes books about law, criminal.
Criminal
So
law.
criminal, yeah.
Why are you
Things
reading
like that.
about criminal law?
Because that's the type of author I like to read. Does it matter? I read.
See, now you combative. I asked you a simple
That's
question.
not combative. That was a question. Does it matter what book I read? You stated before I
No,
didn't
that's
read.
literally
I
how
told you what books I
conversation
like to
works.
read.
Because I know
But
people
what's
who
that
read
got to
books.
do with the prompt
Hold up,
anyway?
pause. Because I talk to people who read books, and I will say, "Oh, you read this book? Why did you read this book?" And they say why they're reading it and what they're learning from it. And then it's a whole conversation. But like, not you getting defensive about the book that you
I'm
read.
not
Like that's
defensive.
so
Why y'all
fucking
think I'm
weird.
defensive? I want to talk about the prompt, not what books I
Ain't nobody
read, mom.
think, sir. We're not thinking, sir. You
Okay.
defensive. Do
Well,
some
I got
better.
better things to do. Y'all have a great night.
Bye,
No,
bitch.
wait. Oh, damn it. He was angry.
We need to crash out counter. It's too far down in my gallery. Damn.
I think Phoenix said we at 7. I had calculated 8 in the possible.
Do y'all remember the guy from yesterday? Like, your mom's a bitch.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, shut up, Steven. Nobody said nothing to you yet.
You gotta mute up when you come up here. Like, come on, be for real.
Yeah, I don't
I have to
know.
clip that and give it to you, Lynn. I love that. That was hilarious.
I was really putting them on game. You was right. If they would have listened to me, I could have changed. I could have upgraded about like 100 niggas' lives with that one speech right there. Like they don't know though. They don't know. I'm just a woman. I'm just a girl. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no. I to the thought of women having to shield. The funny thing is, these men will talk to each other like crap. Like they say, "Oh, you're a pussy, you're a bitch." Like they'll talk to each other like that, right? They'll call each other everything but the child of God. But the one moment your woman tell you that you have poor communication skills, all of a sudden you sliding down the wall, windmilling, you can't feel your chest. Like, why you talking to me like that? You having flashbacks of when your mama said you wasn't gonna be shit. Like, sir, this is supposed to be a relationship. If you have a flaw, in order for us to progress into the future, I'm going to have to point out said flaw. And for you to need your feelings coddled, I need to say it in a soft, cooing baby tone. And I need to say, honey, baby, sweetie bear, sugar, daddy, don't do that. Like you want me to call you all kind of baby names in order to get the point across that you have bad habits. Like it is beyond me. But your homeboy can call you a pussy and your homeboy can call you a bitch. But like you will go to the military and get called a piece of crap and a piece of trash, right? Like you these men will sit in a Call of Duty like waiting room, whatever the fuck they call loading rooms, talking crap to each other. They say the most horrendous things in those gaming rooms. But the moment a woman says you have bad habits or you have poor hygiene, you need to work on that. Like just some constructive feedback, they can't handle it. It's like, "Oh, no. Why would you say that to me? You're not supposed to say that."
It's mommy issues.
Like, sir, what?
Ain't nobody talking to him. Y'all gotta wait your turn. Go ahead, Steven.
I mean, I think
Sir,
this.
are you in the auditorium?
What? So you
Are you in the
asked me to go
bathroom?
ahead?
Are you in the
Oh
bathroom?
no, no. I'm just
Were you taking a shit?
no. I am not taking a shit. That would be pretty funny.
Hurry up and get out of the
But no.
bathroom. That
Stevie have a
echo,
little bit of
it
an
don't
echo.
sound good.
My bad. I'm not. But I don't know what I can do about that.
Your wife
My
must
bad.
still be
Like
up.
I got a heater in my room because it's minus like 25 Celsius. So
Your wife still up, Stephen?
I am 18. Nah, like
Oh, your mom's
that's
still
not a
up.
problem.
Your mom's still up. You scared she gonna hear what you say on the internet and knock you out? So you gotta hide.
Let him say what he gotta say. Go ahead. He
She
ain't
in the
said nothing
laundry
yet.
room. She in the
Well,
laundry room.
no. So what I
Go
was
ahead,
what I
sir.
was gonna
What you want
say
to say?
was the idea of nobody like of either gender not being able to handle the world at this point is like it's how do I say it? It's irrational. I think we can all handle the world and society as a whole. It's better when you have someone with you, right? And a lot of like
Yeah,
that's
y'all.
for both women and men. But like I
No,
think
no. That's where you got it messed up. Yeah, I know y'all don't have empathy for women, so there's like a struggle for y'all. Women do not need men in the way that men need women. Our
Facts.
identity is not tied to y'all.
Facts.
We're not as certain that we are protective providers and leaders, all things that you need another person present in order to fulfill. You are codependent, and not because you need a woman to get through something, it's because you want to have a woman to assert dominance over for your own insecurities and so you can get accolades from other men, sir. So, no,
Facts.
stop just saying that. Y'all just be talking, don't know what you're talking about. And you're only saying it because another person said it. You haven't even taken the time to process the thought for yourself.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this: if you're going through a hard time, right, especially at your age, and let's say like you're building yourself right now because you're 18, it doesn't make sense for you to go through a hard time with a person. Now I'm not saying if you get in a relationship or if you get married, like you go through a rough patch and like you need to like leave the person. All I'm saying is right now when you're 18 and you building yourself or you feel like you're not where you need to be as a man, the solution isn't to get a woman to join in and help you build. I What ends up happening most of the time is that woman will only emasculate you. You need to look at what women are doing because studies show that women mature faster than men, and I think that that's socially. I think that's because of socialization and not because of biology. I think you need to look at what women do and follow suit. Like focus on yourself in your 20s. Build yourself up. Like bringing a woman along for the ride isn't gonna like do anything. You can move faster on your own, and then when you get to a stable place, you can add someone to the mix, right? Like, and then make sure you put precautions in a place to shield you from when you are having hard times.
I mean,
Hold on,
like,
Steven.
go
Steven,
ahead. Go
do
ahead.
you have any like platonic friendships with women?
Yes, I would say that. Yes.
And do y'all like what kind of things do y'all talk about when y'all around?
We talk about things going on with the world. We talk about what we're doing without each other, what we're doing, like the activities we share. Like, I'd say one example, I play music. I was in a band, and one of my friends was also in that band. So we talked about that. We talked about our shared interests. We talked about stuff like that. Is that
So, and just now you thought that like things are going hard. I need to reach out to one of these women, and we need to be together to get through this thick and thin. Is that
no,
what you
no?
thought?
I'm not. No, I. When did I ever say that? No.
Say what?
What I ever like. What my point was that we. So and as Carl said, or Lynn said, sorry. We like men often live without women for a while in their lives. They're building
You
themselves
started
up.
with saying
But
that we need to be together during these hard times.
no. So what I was saying was to say that men cannot live without women by them, like, or they can't handle the world without women. That's just not true.
What
They
point was you
can. They
originally
just
trying to
prefer.
make then? Hold up. What point was you originally trying to make then? Because now it's confusion.
So the point I was trying to make was that men can handle the world. But we as humans like to have people in relationships to go along with it.
So you have platonic friendships with women, and you say in those
Yeah.
relationships you talk about things that's going on. Why do you have to then take said woman home and sleep with her in order for
I
it to be?
don't.
Hold up, pause, listen. Why does that have to happen in order for it to be something that's beneficial or helps you get through something? Why is the friendship not good enough?
It is good enough. That's why I have
Okay, then there
platonic
you go.
friends.
All right, man.
That's
You
why they're
gonna
my
pretend like
platonic
that since
friends.
you come out? Not the
But
baby
no.
gaslighter, but go ahead. So you done?
Like, you can keep going with your point. I'm sorry.
What's up, Haggis Live? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
We good.
Well, what the have a hard time understanding how we can't handle shit that we built. I really don't
What's
really
y'all bill?
understand that.
Hold on. What's y'all bill?
Are
Yeah,
you serious?
echo. Drop and come back. That echo annoying.
Oh, I got AirPod. Hold on.
Take the AirPods out and come back. That shit annoying. Men, what men think they just was y'all? Everybody was getting up being Bob the Builder every day, and like women was doing what? Like what the fuck? What do y'all think women been doing this whole time? That's such a weird take, and y'all all like to repeat it.
I have a question for him when he come back.
Hello.
Sir,
You
I
go
have a
ahead.
question for you. If men built the world, why won't y'all build another one? Like, cause this one pretty fucked up. So, like, I think it's time for
They in the
men to
middle of
build
doing that.
another
They trying to go.
world.
You see Elon Musk trying to go to Mars.
Okay, so
Fuck
build
Elon Musk.
another one. You
Yeah,
know,
this infrastructure is trash.
right? Global warming and shit. Like, do you have the schematics on how to build another world? Because, like, y'all should do the shit. Like, for real, I'm all for it. If y'all build another world, can y'all all get on the rocket? Can y'all all get on the rocket ship and go to that fucking world and leave us the fuck alone?
Yeah,
And
we
take
don't
the
have to
pygmies
be
with y'all. That'll be fine.
since y'all build everything.
Yeah.
Name me 5 great female adventures and what they
No,
invented.
sir.
Name me 5 great female adventures and what they invented. Go
Sir,
ahead, real
excuse
quick.
me. First of
Just do that
all,
real quick.
sir, pause. It's women. It's women, sir.
So name 5.
No, nigga. The fuck? No.
Cause
The
you don't
fuck?
know
No, no,
shit. You
no.
just talking out your
Pause. Sir,
fucking ass,
hold
dumbass
on.
fat bitch. Shut your ass
Listen.
up. Y'all
Oh,
just
the
in here
crash
talking.
out. Is this the same beat from
What the hell y'all
earlier?
just in this
He
bitch
crashed
talking?
Is this the
out
same
You
beat from
just in this
bad.
bitch
earlier?
talking. You can talk to so you can talk
Damn.
crazy to me, but as soon as I
That's
say something to you, now I'm crashing
crazy.
out.
That
Come
fucking
on
crash
That's
now.
why
out
I'm like,
was
why are
just
you crashing
wild.
out?
So
That's crazy. But the thing is, your
now
bitch
I'm
ass didn't come
crashing
in
out.
and answer. You didn't answer nothing on the prompt. Then you want to ask 5 questions. What the fuck? Ain't nobody. What are you talking about? That shit is wild. What's up, Jordy?
What up?
You got it.
Hey, I just wanted to say, like,
Hey,
I think it's like neither men or women can handle the world. Like, we all need each other, you know.
you see
Like,
how all her videos is face
Oh,
up
hold
because she
up. What
no,
you
I haven't
mean,
looked at any of her videos. I was just,
sir? Hold up. That's weird stalking my videos, but hold up. So you saying the same thing the 18-year-old saying?
I don't know. I
No.
just like joined the live. I just saw this, like,
No, I'm just telling you. You and
okay,
Steven agree. Y'all got the same talking point. But go
yeah.
ahead.
No. Well, no. I'd say we have it's kind of similar, but it's
I know
not.
what you said. I know what you said.
No. Well, to
No,
you,
no, I
that's
know.
you
No,
misconstrued what I said.
listen. I know what you said. Go ahead, Jordy.
Well, like, you know, like we cannot exist without each other. Like, men need women, women need men.
Women don't need men.
Well, why
They
don't they
don't
need
need
men?
men.
What if no men
What do we
existed?
need
What
men for?
to reproduce at least?
You so
You know,
much.
you may not
No,
need you may not
this
need a
like
man to.
My favorite topic.
this might need to be the end of us.
What,
Okay,
the end of
so
women?
first,
No, humans might need to just go ahead and call it at this point.
Oh
why do
yeah,
we
we
need to
we are destined
reproduce?
to die eventually.
Yeah.
We're
So
destined to go
hold
extinct.
up, sir. We don't need y'all for shit.
Well, if
But
to
no,
con.
tell us why men need women.
Well, we need women to survive as well. Like, we need
Tell us
mothers.
how.
You know, we need mothers.
Y'all need mothers. Grown men need mothers.
So
No,
you agree with the
men need.
prompt?
You need a mother
Yeah, you
in order to
definitely
be
do.
born. You need a father in order to be born. You know, like,
No, not necessarily. You don't need a father. And honestly, we got too many motherfuckers walking around on the planet anyway. We got too many people on this goddamn
Oh,
planet.
I agree. I agree with that. I'm just
With that,
saying
if
like
you agree, hold up, you agree with that, then women don't need men to reproduce. So what else? Keep going. What else do women need men for, sir?
what do you mean? Like, well, where's this all like coming from? Do you just like hate men or what?
Oh,
You
Like,
feel
I
me?
don't
Where
that
do
Hold
the
on,
I
hurt
I
don't
asked you
come
a
from?
question and
respectfully
your feelings got hurt.
do what?
Your feelings got hurt.
No, no. I'm just
Well, I hate men because I asked you a
talking.
question. I asked you why men need women, and now I hate men. That's a
No,
I
I
hate
was
conclusion.
just
men because
asking if you hate
motherfuckers
men.
are
I'm not.
annoying.
I'm not making an assumption. I was just
No,
asking
no,
if you
no. That
hate
was a
men.
weird question to ask.
so
It's just like,
I have a question, Jordy.
Sound like an insult.
Aside from reproduction, what do men need women for?
well, like if a man wants a wife, he needs a woman to have a wife.
Having a wife
Why?
is tied to
That's
reproduction.
not answering the question. Do you know how to answer questions, sweetie?
Yeah, I'm answering it. I'm just saying, like, all my only point was that we need each other in order to survive, to continue as a
Are
species.
you in college? Did you go to
No,
school?
I went to school. I'm not in college though.
So, do you? That's not how you give a response. If you take a college course, you can't just. If I ask you a question, why else do men need women aside from reproduction? You can't just say, "Oh, because men need wives." That's not a proper response. There's no
I
substance
was just
there.
listing a reason
Well,
why
if you
men need
don't
women.
know, say you don't know, but don't give me a lackluster answer.
It wasn't. It was a genuine answer.
No, it was
I'm just trying to
lackluster.
be genuine. I'm just trying to genuinely say, like, to continue as a species, to
Just
survive.
say you don't know, because I said aside from reproduction and continuing the species
I know that I don't
falls
have,
along the
and
lines
I've
of
already said
reproduction.
I'm not claiming anything other than reproduction. Like
Oh,
I
so
already said I wasn't trying to list any other reasons. I was just saying we need each other to survive as a species. That's the way we need each other. You may not need each other to survive on
womp
your own. You may
womp
not need a man to provide for you. I don't need a
womp
woman to provide for me. I don't need a woman in my life if I don't want one. But if I want one, then I can have one.
womp womp
But
womp.
we don't need each other in that sense, but we need each other to continue as a species. And that's all I was saying. That was my only point. I wasn't going any further than that because I love women, and I
It
love
doesn't
men.
sound that
We are
doesn't
all
sound
supposed to love each
appealing.
other.
You're not convincing me.
You're what am I
Convincing him of what?
what are you assuming I'm trying to convince you of?
I
That's
mean,
my question.
you came up here as the opposition. You were
No,
opposed
no,
to
I'm
what we
not
were
opposing
saying.
anything. I didn't oppose anything. At the start, I said
So
I
you
believe
agree
neither
with the
men
prompt
or
then.
women can handle the word.
So you agree with the prompt then.
No, I don't disagree or agree. All I said at the start was that I was adding on to it. I was saying that
Got it.
neither men or women can handle the world alone, in the sense that we cannot survive without each other. We can't. We depend on each other in order to continue as a species. And that's all I was trying to say. I wasn't being hateful, disrespectful, or anything. That's all I was trying to say. We do need each other in that sense, whether you need one in your personal life or not. You need one. You need a father, you need a mother to be alive right now, to exist. That's just a fact,
I
That's all I was
mean,
saying. It's no disrespect or anything. I'm not in disagreement with anything you may or may not have said in the past before I joined, because I joined the live and then I requested to join just because I wanted to say what I just said. And that's all. I joined the
Echo.
it's no
live.
disrespect
I
or
requested
anything.
to join just because I wanted to say what I.
What's up with that echo?
Yeah, I heard
That
that. That
just
was weird.
that just confirms the prompt. Like if you
And
look at
I
if you look at biology of any species where there are two sexes, males are parasitic, and even when a sperm meets an egg, the sperms that actually infiltrate the egg, they have to mimic the egg cells for the egg to receive it. So it's always an issue in the masculine and feminine dynamic that the male comes for something. He comes to take, he comes to leech off of you, to get your energy and to produce his offspring. So
Well, I
in
think
that
that's just like
dynamic,
a personal thing, you know, like that's
no,
not every single
that's
relationship
biology.
between human beings, you
That's
know, like
right. We have our religions and our philosophies by biologically, men are parasitic and they come to take. That's just what it is on a cellular level. So you can say whatever about interpersonally. I mean, even
Some
if
people's
it
got
is
to
the
work for
case
a living.
that
I'll be back.
even if it is the case that 10% of men are decent, we shouldn't be just mass producing males. And the only reason
I
people
don't think
are
we
doing it,
should mass produce people in general because it's a wicked world. All of us are evil
right? And
in the slightest, you
patriarchy,
know.
patriarchy has caused across the world people to mass produce males for war and for slave labor. And now that we are in these modern times and not all this physical labor is needed, and I mean we might be going into some other wars, I don't know. But that's why there's all this disruption because it's too many people and it's too many males. Women don't need men. They don't.
Facts.
They do.
No, they actually don't. This whole thing about we have to reproduce to keep up the population, that shit
No,
men care about because we want access to women's
yo,
vaginas. That's the only reason we
No,
care
right.
no,
about the
that's not
population.
me.
Not
That's
because
not
you're
why I'm saying
pandering.
it. I was
Don't be
just
a
saying
Not
it.
at
panderer.
all. Come on, Panda Bear.
Now, see, if I was up here saying that you
Thank
niggas
you.
are pandering, hold on. If I was up here saying you niggas was pandering for dick, it'd be a problem now, wouldn't it? Stop trying to assume a motherfucker's
Oh, now
motive before I
you
get
now you hurt.
disrespectful.
No, no,
Now
no,
you
no,
hurt.
no, no, no.
Now we
We are
fucking with you, bro.
no,
Don't get emotional, bro. We fucking with you. Don't get
But he's
emotional.
telling the truth. I mean, the only
He
no.
reason
telling the
you
truth.
know,
Well,
a lot of men
all
don't
this
even like it.
traumatized
You
ass
don't
talk,
even
man. Come on, bro. Come
Whew.
on, dog.
you don't
Stop.
even
Get out of
most
your
men don't
own.
even
Get out of
like
your
it.
own feelings. Your
Y'all
own
be
trauma
calling
that
people
you've been
traumatized. You
through.
talking to
It's
women. Who the
not
fuck you think
Yeah.
trauma.
traumatized them? Other fucking men. Like, what's
And
the point in
even
trying
they
to
say,
make fun of
And
women for
what?
being
even
traumatized by
And
men?
the
Listen,
even
world
take the idea
traumatizes us
that all
all.
these women are
The
True,
world
parasitic.
that's true.
traumatizes
I've
us
been
all.
traumatized. I am traumatized.
wait,
We
wait,
all
The
wait.
are.
fuck?
If I
We're all
if I
traumatized
was
Men
differently.
and
That's just
women
a
are
personal
two different
experience.
halves for a reason.
Hold up a second. Hold up a second. So someone just said the world traumatized us.
Yes.
That men
Who said
created.
It
that?
does.
Who
It
said? Who
really
said
I
does.
that?
said that. Cash.
Cash, you said
Enron,
that.
let them talk.
So is the planet, like the planet itself, traumatizing us?
Oh no, not the planet.
No,
Well, I mean, maybe in some
Okay, so
cases for
let's be
certain people,
okay.
but
So
you
be
can
life
answer
is
specific.
up.
life
Wait, wait,
is
wait.
You can
Hold up.
answer
complex.
Dex. I
Wait.
said I made the statement.
Right, right. So you said the world traumatized us, right?
Traumatizes us all.
Right. So the planet, because that's the world, right?
No, when I said the world, I'm speaking of basically us as a greater society, the people of the planet. I mean, you can add in the planet also, because
The collective consciousness.
Okay.
yes, right,
So
the
so
collective
so let me
consciousness
ask
of
this.
us
Let me ask
all.
this. Is
Hmm.
it animals who causing the trauma?
They can. It depends on
No,
personal
no,
experience
no,
because
not
everyone
depends. We're
has
talking.
different trauma.
Wait. Or is it man who's causing the trauma to everyone else?
it's the man.
Wait,
So
what? No,
the
no,
world
no,
is built
no. Humans
with
are
duality. The
causing
world
trauma to themselves.
is built with duality.
So let me ask you this.
In the world, there is
Okay.
good and bad. Can everybody agree that there is good and bad in the world? They go, it's yin and yang. This is the story that's been told since
Yes.
the beginning of time.
Yes.
Okay.
One,
Yes,
there is
exactly.
not one without the other.
So wait.
So therefore, let me finish. Let me finish real quick, bro. So therefore, us knowing that there's good, there's bad, good, evil, whatever you want to call it. Yes,
Okay. So
trauma
wait.
is a part of the world because there are bad people. You want to say bad men, so let's bash men today, okay? Let's go ahead and do that.
So wait. So man,
So
wait. Hold on.
I
So
join in.
let me
I
ask you.
join
Let me
in with
ask
that.
you. With cash. Name a period
Yeah.
in time where women, as a collective, started
Hmm.
wars, oppressed men, oppressed children, took away men's rights. Name a time in history when that happened. And then name a time in history when men did this.
we know this to be true.
But no. Explain to me which one. Explain to me when it happened.
Has it not crossed your mind that maybe the
I
woman
mean, what you wanna
gave up the
what
power
do you
to
wanna
you?
go to?
No.
Where do you
Explain
wanna
to
go
me
to?
when did women as a collective took away men's rights, started wars, commit genocide, created systems of oppression like religion, capitalism, etc. When did women
Well,
as
I
a collective
mean,
did
Well,
that?
there are some who have started some.
When? Tell me when.
I don't know,
Way
cause if they
hundreds of
did, cause
years
I don't
ago.
look. Wait a minute. All right, let me finish, bro. If they did, we don't know about it because they didn't survive. Because if they did that, then men came along and crushed them. So we don't know.
So we
They
don't
were
know.
wiped off the map.
So okay, so they were
If it
wiped
did
off the
happen,
map
they
by
were wiped
who?
off the map.
If so, you have no record of it, right?
Right. If it
Okay.
did happen, there is no record of it.
Okay. Does it have a record of men doing what I just described?
Yes, an
Oh, yeah.
extensive record.
How long?
Definitely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So who? Let's go back to your question. When you said the world is causing the trauma, is it men who is causing the trauma?
Listen,
Why is it
what
so
are
hard
we
for you?
getting to?
No.
Oh no, it's not
It's
hard to
not
answer.
just
No.
Yes,
men. Trauma
yes,
comes
it
from
is.
many different
Yes, it
places.
is. Yes.
Man
Why
talk.
is it? Wait. Let me ask my question. It's a very simple.
No, it's not. It's not
Why is
hard
it
to
hard
answer
for you? So why did you delay or try not to say yes?
because I feel that there is no goal at the end of this. We know that bad men. Yes, we know that bad men traumatize the world.
How much bad
Bad
men you're
men.
talking
But
about?
our men
Bad women do
justiciar.
too, in my
Wait,
opinion.
hold on.
Bad women do too.
Where did
No,
Bad
there are
people.
many
how
Bad
bad
much
people.
women
They
bad
were
as
men?
right.
well.
They were
How
right
much?
alongside
Wait.
the bad.
No. Wait.
That's
How
like
many
saying
They
bad?
slaves were
stood and
right
they're
alongside
supported.
slave masters in during slavery.
If
Yeah,
if
you
we're
want to go to
saying
a time period? You brought up slavery. White women killed the most kids
Wait.
in the
Hold
slavery
on. Wait.
time period.
Cash.
So
Cash.
unalive. I'm
Cash.
sorry. Unalive. My bad.
No,
But
but
I mean, we want to
wait.
talk
if
about.
we're gonna
We
say
know that
that
the world is
women
This is
good
my
and
point.
evil.
That's not my point.
Cash.
His point is something
Yeah,
else. My point is
there
something
is
else.
no benevolent. There is no
women's main
benevolent
Cash.
woman
contribution.
or man.
Cash. Hold
Yeah.
up.
Let me say this: if women's main contribution or lack of taking ownership of what they do supply to the system is continuing to birth children, because either, let's say just in the Western context, if I know throughout history that my womb, especially as a Black woman, has been used to build up a system of oppression, and that my children are going to be oppressed, and that the men in my community can't seem to figure out how to get out of it, why am I going to keep continuing to produce children in a system that's oppressive? And the same thing could be said for white women if they realize that they're being used to uphold the system of oppression, and their sons are going to be sent to war, or their sons are going to be put in positions to oppress others. Why are women, like, why shouldn't we just stop? Because it's like, y'all don't seem to be getting any better.
I think that's
So
real,
I
honestly.
mean,
Like, if you
that's
don't
not
want to
real
have a
at
baby,
all. That's
don't
not
have a
real at
baby.
all. That's short sighted. Do you want to live? Do you care about lineage? Do you care about
If the more
you don't?
people, if
I
the
mean, do
more
you care
people are
about if you care about
producing and
just
there's more
yourself?
suffering,
If you care about
it's
just
not about the
yourself and your
cycle. Actually,
existence,
it's
then
about
that's fine.
the
That's real
society.
too.
I feel like it's selfish if I'm saying, well, I found somebody. If I'm to say just think about me and I want to do this, but I see everything around me is burning, why would I continue to produce if this is the best that we can do? Why?
But it's not the
Just so my
best.
just so
It's
my
not the
daughter,
best. I mean, so why
just so my daughter
why
can
do
be victimized
firefighters
or
fight fires? I mean, why don't they just give up?
Okay. Wait. Hold up. That is a very like remedial reply to what this she's talking about. Like you
Because
didn't really.
I mean, just
you
saying
have
that we should just give
you
up
have
and die
more
is a very
knowledge, you
No.
have
Wait.
more
remedial.
access, you can feed everybody in the world. But what is going on with the government right now? Under men who feel that because you can't extract wealth, you can't have a hierarchy if everybody is taken care of. That's the reality. So we're just keep
Mhm.
producing into the system to create more slavery, and you can say, oh, because we get paid these little pennies, we're not slaves. Whatever, it is what it is. The food is poison, the air is poison, the earth is burning up because we have too many people. More people, every man feels he deserves to pass on his little seed, whether it's raggedy or not. and then it's just we're actually birthing hell on earth. That's what's happening. We
Well,
could
let
have
me
heaven
ask.
on earth, but we're birthing hell into earth by keep
Un-
just mass producing
until
these people.
Well, hold up, Cash. Let me ask you this, right? Do
okay,
you think it's a good decision, right, to watch to bring a kid into a society that is cruel, that you know that they're going to suffer, that you're watching that the men who in power is not actually trying to make a better system for the future, right? They're trying to make it worse and trying to make us be slaves, right? Why would you want to do that? Why do you think that that's a good decision and to do that?
can I answer?
Yeah.
So yes,
Or you think
we can look at the world and say that things are terrible.
no,
So
I'm
well, since
asking you if
people,
it's a good
do you think it's a
decision
good
to do
idea?
that?
Yes,
Yes.
I
Is it
do
a
think
good
it's
decision?
always a good decision because it is terrible until it's not. So think about uh 150 years into slavery, and they still had another 150 to go.
Wait. Do you think that people
If they
hold
said
up.
that, do you think
Hold
that
up. Do
those
you think
people?
do you think that people was willingly making kids during slavery?
Yes. What do you mean? Do you
What
think
do you think
all? You think
what do you think
everyone born?
chattel
You think everyone
no,
born was?
hey. Wait. Do you think what do you think chattel slavery was?
Every Come on, bro. Come
No.
on,
What do
dog.
you think chattel slavery was? No.
Chattel
Wait.
sla- chattel
I'm
slavery
being
is
serious. Yeah. What do you think chattel slavery was?
chattel. I know what chattel slavery. Chattel
No, but
slavery means
explain
you're a
it.
slave for a lifetime. That's what it
On
means.
what
You're a
else? What
slave
else?
for a
No, but
lifetime. That's
what
what it
else?
means.
What
No,
else?
that is what it means.
No. It
That
have you
means there
missing.
is no. That means there is no
That's
freedom.
not what
There
that
is no way for you to.
means. No, it's
There's
not.
no way
No,
for
no,
you to
no.
buy your
Hush
way
up.
out. There's
No,
no way for
you're
you to earn
wrong.
your way out.
Hey.
Sir.
What it mean, man?
The word, focus on the word chattel, not slavery, sir. What the fuck is chattel? What is
Chattel.
chattel?
What do people do with chattel livestock? What do they do
So
with it? Gosh.
so nobody would. So people
No,
didn't.
Sir,
no,
So
answer
no.
the
slaves didn't get
question.
married.
Answer
Wait.
the
Did
question.
slaves get married? You answer. I asked the question first.
No.
Cash. No,
It's
we're
like
No.
talking
literally the
about
word
chattel. We're
cattle.
talking about chattel, right? Chattel slavery, right? What
Okay.
when you're talking
Okay.
about
Well, pull
chattel,
up.
right?
Somebody pull up the definition. I
No.
don't care
Wait.
about it.
This
Listen,
Go ahead.
nigga.
I
listen.
got you. Hold on.
Let's critically think through this for a second because I think you're lacking that, right? So
Okay.
let's walk it through slowly. What does when people have chattel,
Hmm.
what do they do
They
as
herd
farmers?
them. They breed them.
Right. Breed
Right.
them. They breed
Yes.
them, right? Why?
Yes.
Why?
To produce more.
Right.
Yes.
For what? For what
To
purpose?
sell them. Trade them. Yes.
Right. So when
Yes.
we
I play
say
along. I play
so when
along.
we say chattel slavery, what do you think they was talking about with us?
So if you here telling me that every slave was forced to have children, then you don't know shit
No,
about
you
what was
don't know.
going on.
Listen, you know why it was. Wait. Let me just tell you. Do you know why it became?
They had breeding farms that were
Cash,
forced to have children.
cash.
Every farm wasn't that. Every plantation wasn't that.
Wow,
What
you
are we
really.
talking about, bro?
Hey, listen. You literally reading off the Daughters of the Confederacy playbook right now.
No, you really telling
That
me that
is
my
literally
ancestors
what
were
you're
some
doing.
weak motherfuckers that couldn't survive through
They
this?
will.
I
Listen.
would say, can I just say one thing? Do you know the first commodity on the stock market was
Us.
Right.
a black birthing age woman? So let's just be realistic. People were forced to have kids to support the system, to have more slaves. That's what it was.
Right.
Now,
They
we're not
keep.
saying nobody got married and nobody chose to have children, but you didn't really have a choice. And even take out of that, there was no birth control back then. So when you got pregnant, you got pregnant, and that just was for everybody. Nobody had control. If you're married, even if you weren't enslaved and you're married to some old man and you 14 or 13, like, what are you talking about? It's only like within the last maybe 60 years that people were choosing, not even 60, 50 years that people were just choosing to settle down and get married. Like, that's a new
Okay.
concept.
So answer me this. Answer me this then. So if They were forced. They were forced to have children. So they were forced to keep this lineage going on.
It
So
wasn't.
why wouldn't they just die right then? If they said, I don't wanna have kids. I don't care about the I don't care.
Request back up. That's your third time saying that,
I don't
nigga.
think that's
Like, y'all got what the fuck? Real quick, y'all, can y'all tap the screen? If y'all can't give, I got my cash up on the screen. Y'all want to send $1? Shit, put the shit in the collection plate. But y'all gotta watch your mouth when you're on the panel. Like, be respectful. Like, be mindful what you're saying. You can come back, but go ahead, y'all.
The thing is how
I
confidently
think it's
stupid these
yeah.
guys
I, I think it's kind of disingenuous too. Like if that was an option for a lot of our ancestors, specifically the women, then I think there would be a lot less children that was born as a result of actual, like SA or whatever, due to these slave masters. Putting a hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. If that was a real option for slaves, I think that would have been an option that was more utilized, specifically when it came to that type of thing. So I don't think that would have been necessarily as viable an option, or seen as a viable option, especially when you actually think about the fact that religion was used to brainwash a lot of these people, and the notion of all life is sacred, or the sanctity of life, was probably used to gaslight them into buying more so into like that whole family image, and not doing whatever they could to get rid of that child or whatever. That's
Hold
my
up, Dope
opinion.
Horse had a question. Hold up, she had a question. She said they would sell the kids whether they were born from love or not. And the question is, who wants to have a child you can't keep? Go ahead and answer it.
I think a
I mean,
lot of women are. Oh, go ahead.
no, it's fine. You can go ahead.
No, I think the reality is, I think that we as human beings have the ability to rationalize a lot of things, especially when you're in a situation you can't get out of. So, the way we're talking now, the awareness that we have now, people didn't know all this stuff. So, had these girls and women had an option, they most likely would have made a different choice. Like, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, my parents are older, and my father's parents are older when he was born, but like people was still marrying little like young girls like in the 40s and even 50s and up to the 60s. Like, it's not like all like this idea that women was just like, oh, I just want to do all this. And even if they did, a lot of times they were too young to know any better.
It still does
So
happen. I live in
it,
Mississippi. Legal age of consent here is 16. It still does happen sometimes.
But here's the crazy thing. This conversation with Cash really proves the prompt correct, right? Because he can't really handle the world as how it happened. He has to make up something that is not as brutal as it is. That what happened, right? He has to create something in his mind, right? And somebody has to shield him from the actual brutality that we have done as men to people. What when we're talking about slavery, what YT people did to even us, he has to he can't he wants to shield himself from the actual truth and make up something that is different
Okay, that's
from
not
what
true at
happened.
all, sir. That's not true at all. I don't have to shield myself at all. I know the atrocities. I
So
know that whatever we know about it, I know that it was 100 times worse.
so when I was pointing
So
it out, why did you not understand what I was
I
saying? I was
understand. You
making
said you made a point that
no,
every
wait, let me finish. Let me
child
finish.
was born
No,
through.
listen. Again, comprehension is a key. Comprehension is key. I said
Okay.
during chattel slavery, didn't have a choice. That's why they call it chattel slavery. They weren't families carrying on lineage. Like what that's not what chattel slavery was. Now,
Okay.
after that was ended and people get together and stuff like that, when people just had families. because again, it didn't have birth control. It did not like try to critically think about the society and how things was, and that's what you're lacking here. You understand what I'm saying? You're just saying things, but you're not really understanding what it is you're saying.
Well, the whole point of what we were saying was the whole point that I was making was, do you think that these people thought we should just give up? It is so horrendous. Our society is so terrible that we should just say, forget all of this.
Check it.
What was even their urge to live? Do
So
you
here's the
know?
problem.
So
Hold
you
up,
know
hold
that
up.
they weren't
Here's the
scared.
problem,
They
sir.
were revolting from the beginning.
Sir, listen up. Here's the thing also, right? We can go into all of that. Y'all don't understand how um black men only take with women is that we need to get together and be families and have children for the future. How that directly parallels with fucking women, young girls being paired up with old men to have fucking children. Like y'all don't see the direct correlation with that. Cause y'all don't give a fuck what we going through. Y'all don't give a fuck about what kids go through. Y'all don't care about the mortality rate when it comes to childbirth. You don't care about reproductive fucking rights. Y'all don't care about the you want to change the age of consent. Hella men are supportive of no fault divorce, like ending that, so that like women could be in relationships. Because according to y'all, relationships is more than being happy, right? No, have the
It's about
children.
duty.
Black pause. I'm talking, please. Don't interrupt. The fact that black men shame black women for being abandoned by the father of the children, the fact that black men are going around here getting women pregnant all willy-nilly and running off, and instead of y'all fucking focusing on that, oh, you're a single mother, you got like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all don't see the direct correlation with your mentality, nigga? You acting just like a fucking buck on a fucking field somewhere. That's all the fuck y'all come to us with. The family and we gotta have kids. Y'all, the same shit you criticizing is the same shit y'all say. Nothing new for the community. What y'all want to do about the community? I don't know. We just need to be there. Y'all literally want access to women so you can just keep fucking putting babies in us. Babies that y'all fucking abandoned.
Exactly. It's really sad, and I only really came up here to like say for Black women, like something has to change, and unfortunately, because the community is in the state that it is in, it's gonna have to come from us. And no, will there be no? I'm not saying everybody. I would say unless you are in a position where you are truly secure financially, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally on all fronts, don't be just birthing kids for anybody. And even if I was to win, $50 million tomorrow and I decided to have a baby, it wouldn't just be by anybody and it would be a daughter. Like I'm not, even if I could shield, there's no protection. Like there's not even protection for these boys that are coming now. Like and y'all just, oh, we just gotta keep, we gotta have you. What about the kid? You don't even really care. Because if you care, where is the hospitals, the birthing hospitals for Black women? Like, where is the infrastructure? Like, if you really want to support this Black family unit, you need to be building some Black families. Point blank. Even like you look at different animal species, and there's like fish and birds that put in more effort into their mating rituals than our male counterparts do. And we have been, because of what we have been through as women, we feel like the only thing we not all of us, but a lot of women, with the women you complain about, that a lot of Black males complain about, they don't even have a concept that their womanhood is theirs, that their womb is theirs, that their divine right is deciding who gets to be here and who doesn't. And you can say it started from enslavement. No, because on the continent, like I don't even see a concept of like self-preservation. And if I really love my future children, I'm not going to have it with this bum in the slum. Like if that's true love, like why would I birth a child even if I wanted a baby? I'm not birthing a child just all willy-nilly in any type of condition with any type of man. That doesn't make any sense. It's illogical.
That's reasonable. People do that too much too often, and that's part of what fuels so much negativity that's going on. It's because people are coming from terrible conditions. Like I can speak personally. I I'm a baby trap baby. Like my mother, she told my dad she was pregnant
No,
2 months.
pause, nigga. No, nigga. Don't start unloading and saying your subtle shit you want to say about women,
I'm not
about your
saying
mother.
anything
Nobody
No, no,
about
no,
my
no.
bashing
mother.
No, no.
women,
Hear
bro.
what
We
I'm
ain't
saying.
around here
I'm
Listen.
talking.
bashing
No, no, no,
women,
no.
right?
Listen what I'm
You
saying. I
just
don't want
bashed
to
I'm not
hear.
men
No,
for
no,
bashing
no, no,
5
women at
no,
all
minutes.
because
no.
my dad.
Don't want to fucking hear it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to fucking hear the bullshit. This ain't therapy, nigga. Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit. The fuck, stay
We
on
ain't want to hear
You
topic.
your
didn't let me make
bullshit
my
crying
point
about what
though.
somebody done did to you.
But you on my panel though.
I've
But so
been
you
nothing
did want
Damn.
to
but
hear it.
respectful. Like I'm
You
just
did
trying to
want to hear it
be.
because you on my
We being
panel.
I'm just
If
respectful.
trying
you
He
to
didn't
be
want
talking
to
about his
hear
helpful.
it, you wouldn't be
experience,
over
and you
here on
said,
my
fuck
panel,
that.
sir.
We don't want
I
to
don't give
hear
a
it.
fuck. I don't. And I
You
don't.
you
And I
talking about
won't.
this nigga who dogged
And
you
I
out.
don't. And I won't. And I don't. And
We
I
You
was
talking
talking
about
about
won't.
this
niggas
nigga who
dogging
dogged
people out
your
for
ass
real.
out.
Shut
Is
up.
that what we was talking about? When we get personal.
So, mm.
Now, cause y'all stay you think you gonna slide in with some bullshit? You ain't saying nothing. Oh, my mother, whatever. Nigga, go to therapy. The fuck wrong with y'all?
I
Fuck,
was
I don't
just
want to
trying.
hear
I
that
was just
You
trying to
take
make a
bullshit.
your ass to
point,
therapy.
and
Take
I
your
was
ass
trying
to
to make a
Hold
therapy.
point
up,
that
but you on
related
my
to that.
live. You on my panel.
I don't give a
On
damn.
my panel, bitch. You ain't gotta be here, bitch. I didn't send for you. Nigga, I don't fucking know you. Who the fuck is you? You ain't gotta be here, bitch. The
I don't know
fuck?
your trauma.
No, shut up. Then what you here for? Bye bye now. The fuck out of here.
I,
Anyways, we
I'm
keep
just
moving.
here
Don't
to
nobody
have
want to hear the
conversation, though.
bullshit. No, no, don't want to fucking hear it. It's simple as that.
But
Y'all can keep going.
you didn't let me make my point though. Like
I don't give a fuck. I
it
don't
was
get you
just
missing
something
what
I
I'm
was.
saying. I don't give a fuck, sir. I don't give a fuck about your point. Y'all like to subtly like say your little shit. We don't want to
No,
fucking hear it.
you're controlling a narrative.
And
I
that's
was
fine.
just
That's
trying.
fine.
I
All
was just trying
right,
to be a
whatever.
part of the
Don't want to
conversation.
hear. I don't want to hear it. Don't care. Moving on.
Jody, do you understand consent?
Yeah, I do.
So, do you realize consent is in your face right now?
What do you mean?
A boundary has been set, and like you don't want to obey it.
But why does everybody else get to talk and then I don't get to talk?
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
get to,
What do you
like I
mean?
don't
They've been
even.
talking the
Okay.
whole time. What are you talking about?
No, I haven't. I have been silent
Yes, you
for
have.
so
You have been
long.
talking the whole
I talked a
time.
lot for the start when I first joined, and then I was silent.
Because we
I
were
let
talking
everybody
about
else was talking. I didn't say
wait,
anything.
Jody. Because we were talking about the prompt. Men as a collective. We're talking about society. You now trying to get personal and a boundary was set and you don't give a fuck about that. You don't care about the consent there. You just want to do what you want to do. And that's what I'm talking about here right now. Stick to the goddamn prompt,
Dex,
which we're
are
talking
you
about
are you from
society.
the Caribbean?
Who gives a fuck
No.
where I'm from?
Because
Why
I
you
was
guys
just asking
always
because my grandma's from the Caribbean. I was just
Nobody give a
wondering.
fuck where your grandmother
Wow.
from.
I'm just why are
Don't
y'all so
nobody
unfriendly, bro?
care.
Like I'm not being unfriendly at all.
I
Like
don't
I'm
give a
just
fuck
No, but you're
about
not
friendly, not
respecting
friendly. I don't
boundaries, though.
care.
Yeah.
okay.
Just be quiet down there. A boundary has been set. You need to respect that, okay?
How am I supposed to talk if y'all won't let me talk?
Babe,
Just meet up. Just
you
take
talk enough.
take a break. Go ahead. Prince, you can go ahead.
Hello. But yeah, no, answer the prompt. Most of the men on this panel have proven that they cannot handle the world. And they want women to shield them. Absolutely. They can't handle the truth of what they've done over the history. You can't even name us one woman who's in history ever has done the same amount of damage to the planet and people as a society as much as men have for the past, I don't know, 1,000 years they've been here. So yeah, that's what I came up here to say. And also the travesty of the whole slavery thing during Black History Month. Okay, men, y'all black men, you gotta do better. Not during Black History Month, okay?
Yeah, I definitely feel like at this point it's either you get it together, that's it. And we can't even get to a place of imagining better because too many males are stuck on trying to replicate what the the men at the top of the hierarchy are doing versus what they need to do as black men. Like you can look at other communities. I honestly feel like the reason we're in this situation now politically is because of misogyny. I feel that not just that voted against Kamala, but all these other groups. I think that all these other groups that are subordinate to the power structure of the other men, they envy that, and so they always, even though it would be in their best interest to side with a black woman, they can't bring themselves to do it because they really want to be in the position of the palm men. But they're never going to be in that position because what they would have to do to even be on that level, they haven't been willing to do. They envy that too much. Like, y'all don't want to look at what you would need to do for your community to even parallel that. But there seems to be this attitude of like, oh, I could do that too. No, you can't do that too because they already did it. So what are you going to do to ensure, if you really want to continue as a species and a race, what is you about to do to support the womb that brings you here? Because it all starts from the womb. Like, that's the only true God that's here that you can see.
So y'all only talking about black
No,
men then?
Colors, you wasn't
No, I'm not. I'm talking about all. I'm
They're
talking
just
about
being
everybody.
No, hold
sexist,
up.
bro.
No.
Damn.
Don't
So what if they
respond to
being
him.
sexist?
He wasn't introduced
I'm
into the
talking about
conversation.
all men who
Don't
are
stop
under.
responding to him. He was not introduced into the conversation. He need to wait his turn. You can land, and we'll see if anybody else want to say something. Then we'll go to that guy at the top.
Oh, okay. Should I finish or can I? Or I'm sorry. I guess I just was saying like there has to be a reality check somewhere where it stops being all these conflicts about this dumb stuff and look at the world as it is, put your ego aside. And if you're not willing to do what needs to be done, then bow out and just stop acting like you want a family and all this stuff that you really don't want to do anything to support.
Well, you can't tell a predator to be a predator. They fucking predators. Anybody else want to say something before we go to the next person?
Right quick, what I would want to add is that even if women are being sexist, it's kind of like reverse. The other thing. I don't know if that's gonna get flagged if I say it, but it's like reverse the R word, right?
Or it's racism? You can say racism.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's like reverse racism.
Oh, you don't say
So
racism? Crazy.
yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of new to this whole like speaking on TikTok live thing or whatever. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, so women being sexist, we don't really suffer from that. At the end of the day, you might get your feelings hurt, you might be upset because they don't let you speak or whatever. At the end of the day, so the fuck what? Women have literally, and as we're seeing now, women have literally suffered and have had their lives risked and have literally died because of sexism from men. We
Hold on,
see
you
that.
gotta use TikTok funny language. You had it together, and what happened?
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm used to speaking on Twitter and in Twitter spaces and stuff like that and in videos. I'm not used to like being on a
Yeah, we all
platform.
got that. We all had that.
So
go ahead,
I
man.
need I'm sorry. We can see that now, even with the fact that these laws that are being made. Like if you look in the history, right, the history of America, there aren't any laws that have ever been made to impact the autonomy of men outside of what men cannot do to other people, right? Other than that, men have always been the ones making laws about women's bodies, what they can and can't do with their reproductive systems and with their reproductive organs, and whether or not they can quote unquote terminate a pregnancy that is literally growing inside their body if they so choose. There's never been an environment where men have had those type of laws and rules made about their bodies. However, in every day, all over the world, we're seeing men in these different governments making decisions and stuff like that about women's bodies. So at the end of the day, you're complaining about sexism. Sexism doesn't harm men. For real.
All right. I'm gonna stop you right there. You still using that? Yeah, I agree. We gotta bring women be back.
The other one is bad. The S word is bad.
You keep saying sexism. Yeah. So we're gonna just stop right there. But hold up. Yeah. So yeah, men have wound envy. Men are obsessed with women's bodies, controlling women's bodies. Yeah. What's our rating?
I need a list of words you can't say.
No, nigga,
Or you be
no.
being quiet after begging.
You ain't got nothing to say. That's fine. What's up, Vanda?
Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
What you
I'm
doing?
good.
We here. We not though.
Okay.
How you doing?
Same. Came up to be a part of the conversation, but I'm listening. And like always, I agree with the panel. It is like on point, like always. You know.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I was just want to say, like, if this is a black space, it didn't say that
I
to
was
begin
still
with.
speaking.
Yeah, everybody's speaking.
You had your turn and you did not speak up. Now you
No, she
wait and
didn't.
then
She
you speak
shut
up,
off my
okay?
microphone. She
No,
just
she
turned it back on.
didn't. She told you to
She
talk.
just turned it
You
back
took
on. Like,
forever.
whatever. Like,
Who
why
are
y'all
you
playing
yelling
games?
at? Lower your voice.
I'm gonna turn
Take
it
that
off.
bass
So
out of
hold here's the
there.
thing. Nope, not gonna do it. He can go for that bullshit. He gonna wait his turn, and we're not gonna respond to him if we get out of turn. He'll get dropped. As simple as that. Fuck him. The fuck? He ain't no motherfucking body. Go ahead, Vanda.
Many stuff they can handle. Like contain themselves. One thing they absolutely cannot handle. Ay, this is so tiring, mon Dieu. But okay, he can go now. I have already said what I have to say.
Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, well, I don't understand. Like, if you don't want me here, you can just kick me. It's not that big a deal. It's not that deep.
Okay, that's fine. It's like y'all struggle to stay on topic also. Y'all niggas be struggling to stay on topic. But the reality is like men can't handle the world for what it is. We see in real time what happened when women decide like, oh, we can do this shit on our own. We don't need these men. How men start crashing out. Men around the world are fucking supporting fascism. Like, y'all can't handle fucking reality. You need women to uphold your delusion. And it's fucking weird. How is your whole identity tied to being a parasite to another person? That shit is crazy.
Like it boggles my mind the extent that, you know, all this like shirking accountability comes from men. It's like, how do you spend generations and generations of time doing all that you can to oppress everything and everyone around you to just be this parasitic, and all of a sudden when now it's time to take accountability, it's fault, is this fault, is that fault? It's like, no. You wanted all of this, you got to take accountability for it. You know, it boggles my mind. It's like, why even do all of this if you weren't gonna sit in it, you know?
What's up, CJ? You there, CJ?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you just like explain what you're talking about, like to me? Like I'm not understanding.
Oh, you can't read? Because I can pull up a.
No, I
I
can
can pull
read.
up
I
a
just
chart,
want
or
you
we
to
can go
explain it to
through
me.
we can go through short vowel sounds if you need to. What you want me to
Like,
explain to you? What label do you feel entitled to? What the fuck you talking about?
entitled to. I'm just saying, like,
The fuck
explain
is a
how.
whole prompt on
Explain.
the background. You don't see the prompt on the background?
No, I see it on the background. I'm just like,
I know what
what
do
are you
you
guys
see on the
talking about?
background? Read it.
No, like you guys are just not making like any sense. Like, what?
No. All right, I'm trying to get you up to speed. Read the fucking prompt and listen to the conversation. How
Well,
long
from
you
what
been
I
in here?
just joined, so from what I'm hearing, like,
Okay, so hold up.
you
Let me
said men
see.
can't take
You've been in here less
accountability.
than 5 minutes. Hold up. If you come in, you don't know what the fuck going on. Why don't you just mute up and listen to what the fuck people talking about? Not you want a whole explanation.
Yeah, because you're
You do
not
that,
speaking of anything
So
above
you gonna do that all
importance.
night?
That's
You gonna
why.
go from panel to panel trying to figure out what the fuck going on?
This is crazy. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. No, what the fuck is you talking about?
You're sitting up here explaining like nothing, like nothing. You know,
No, not exactly. Cause I don't
you're
owe
not
you
saying
shit.
nothing of
I
importance.
don't owe
You're not
you
saying
shit.
nothing of importance at
Exactly.
all.
You ain't saying shit. You ain't adding up to this fucking conversation.
I
You
just
talking about
joined.
me
How am I
somehow?
supposed to add to the
No.
conversation?
Why the
if
fuck
you're
would
not-
I explain anything to you?
Okay,
Fuck are
you as a host,
Why
like,
the fuck do I
explain.
care if you understand what we talking about? Why would I
You
give a
don't have
shit?
to care. I'm
And so
trying to
why the
engage
fuck
in the
you up here
conversation.
trying to ask me a question, trying to get labor out of me, nigga? I don't owe you shit.
Wait. So me
No,
trying to
wait,
engage with the
shit.
conversation is me what? Like, what are you
No,
talking about?
nigga, now you want me to explain what I just said to you again?
Are you not hearing like what I'm saying?
So
Like a
CJ,
lot?
It literally
CJ,
proves what the prompt is saying.
So men can't handle the
CJ,
world.
hold
Like
on.
I'm not understanding the prompt.
CJ.
Yeah.
So you're not. She's actually correct. You're not adding anything because you couldn't comprehend the fucking prompt, which is very simple, right? So you didn't talk about the prompt. You talk about something totally different while complaining about we wasn't talking about the prompt. While you didn't
Like I
understand
just said, I just got here.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You said you just got here, but you said that we weren't saying anything that made any sense. So like you only heard maybe one or two sentences.
Well, no one else is joining, so might as well add to the conversation. No,
So that means you're fucking stupid, right?
that means I'm stupid.
Yes.
What? You retarded?
Yes.
It
No,
does.
confidently stupid too, because
Very much so.
she gave you a chance to read the prompt, and then
I read the prompt. Men can't handle the world, and they want
right.
women.
Wait, hold on. Now, don't try to do it now because that ship has sailed. Now we're just gonna fucking drag you, right? So
They drag me down. I don't give a fuck.
right? Yeah, I know. That's what you came up here for. Confidently stupid people like to get attention, regardless if it's negative or not. Right? That's what. So you're further going to do that, right? Because you'll stay here because that's the only attention that you normally get. You know what I mean? Is people berating you for your stupidity that you've been spreading everywhere you fucking go, right? It's like a new skill that you have and you want to show it off like a
More
child.
yes men to the
Now that's a new skill. That's hilarious.
Damn.
No, but that's what he's doing, right? He come up here to show off his new skill with his stupidity. His skill is
I'm here to
stupid.
debate.
No, you can't debate. We don't debate
What the
fucking
fuck you want to
stupid
debate?
people.
You don't know what the fuck going on.
Right.
Yeah. You can't read.
Like I just said, I just joined. Let's start up a topic.
You're a
Like
fucking
what?
idiot. Who's
Let's
going
start
to
up a
debate an
conversation,
idiot? Well, no, wait. Who's going to debate an idiot?
bro. You're an idiot. Like what? You
Who
don't
is
want to
going
debate?
answer? No, listen. Answer my question. Who's going to debate an idiot?
People debate idiots all the time.
We don't.
Hold up.
Well, I guess that is an argument, isn't it?
Now
I
she
guess it
calling
is.
yourself an idiot.
What is so funny? What is the joke?
CJ, you should go into comedy.
For me,
Like that.
it
You're
is the same. You are a
hilarious.
bunch of yes men. For me, that is a red flag.
Hold up, y'all. I'm tripping off that he just called himself an idiot and
I
like
know.
oblivious to it. It's crazy.
No, but he know he's an idiot. He knows he's stupid. It's not something like he hasn't heard before. Like that's why people debate, and when he goes out of place, people would cuddle him and just debate idiots all the time. So he's used to people debating him as an idiot.
And
It's
doesn't this like prove the point of the prompt too? Like exactly that. He saw the prompt, got really triggered by it.
How am I triggered? I just
You
what?
came up here and you said you're not making any sense. You're not saying anything that has any value. Also, what are you talking about? I've only been here
Yeah,
for 2
you're not
minutes.
saying
But
anything
I've been here
about
long
it.
enough to know that you're not saying anything that has any value. Like, which is it, sir? Because it can't be both. Okay?
What's up, Liz?
Hi.
Hi.
And also, yeah, no, that's exactly it. You were like, I don't understand. I don't understand the prompt. Men can't handle the word. You were triggered by it, and you wanted Tara to explain it to you in a way that made you feel better because you were triggered by the prompt, which
I was
proves
triggered
the
by the
prompt.
prompt, so I wasn't triggered. I just wanted her to explain like what she's
Oh no,
like,
you
the
were
prompt.
definitely triggered.
You
were
were
triggered by the
literally
short
How am I
vowel
triggered?
sounds.
What
What?
you just did.
Hey,
You were
Hold on, you
triggered by the
wanted
short
me.
vowel sounds.
bro.
Hold on, you wanted me to explain the prompt to you so that then you could argue the prompt.
Yeah, so
You
I
wanted me
can
to break.
like.
Hold on.
Isn't
No,
that
no,
the
no.
point of a
Listen.
whole debate?
No.
Like,
Listen. Because you need it to be explained. You need the prompt to be broken down and explained before you can argue the prompt against it. And you think he's
That's
about to
usually
come up
how
here and
arguments
do
work.
what exactly?
That is not how debates work, right? So this is debates work by two people who is capable of
How am I
understanding
supposed to
and
debate against
comprehend.
something if I
Wait,
don't
hey,
know the
shut
question?
up, shut up, shut up.
Yo, who are you talking to? Don't tell me
I
it's
can't.
you. Shut up.
You
You
motherfucker.
shut up.
Oh my God,
You're
are you
the
12?
idiot here. You're the idiot here. We're talking to the idiot right now. So like you had to be somebody has to break it down to you, right?
The fact that you're
That
still
means
you're still
that
talking
you are
about this and you're
that
not
means
talking
that
about
you're
the
an
actual
idiot,
prompt
right?
is
That means
like you're just
excuse me,
not doing
Fidget.
anything from
Fidget,
points.
what's the definition of an idiot?
What does that have to do with the prompt, bro?
No, I'm asking you a question. What is
What
the
does that have to
definition?
do with the prompt?
You didn't come up here to talk about the prompt.
You've been so what am I
So
what
what
am
is
I
the definition? What is the definition of an idiot?
that has nothing to do with the prompt.
What is the definition of an idiot?
Nothing to do
Answer
with
How
the
the
you
prompt.
you
no,
don't know? You don't know if that hold up. You don't even know if that has something to do with the prompt.
I do know that like what are you
No, you
talking about? That has
don't.
nothing to do with the prompt.
You don't know that.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
It's okay if you
Are
don't
you
know,
retarded?
CJ.
Hold on, no,
Okay, you
no.
gotta
You
go.
can't use that word.
Retard. You're a retard.
Yo.
Hey,
Stop. Go ahead,
now I know
Shalom.
that got to be on the list.
It is.
Hold on, where's my man
It
list?
is.
I need to pull my man list up. Hold on, I'm gonna find it real quick. There we go.
I like the list. This is a good list.
Man,
This is a great list.
This list is amazing. Especially number 8 too. Like
They always number 8.
Does
Always
like
number 8.
idiot go in the same category as bot, or does it go with combative?
Yeah. No, idiot will be combative, but an idiot is a bot.
Nice.
But him calling himself an idiot and not realizing is fucking hilarious. I ain't gonna lie.
that was a first. I
Agree with that
didn't
one.
I don't think I've accomplished that one until today. That was crazy. It even caught me off guard, to be honest with you.
It's like, wait, what? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, NPC and bots are synonyms overnight.
I'm gonna teach my students this. A man, a man is a noun. It can be a proper noun.
No, it's definitely a noun because like a lot of them can't even. They get offended if you ask them for their pronouns. Like you be like, is it he, she, whatever? They be like, I'm a man, nigga.
What does that
What
mean?
the hell?
I would say they fight every day to be stupid. They fight
Oh,
to
Prince,
be.
I do see you got a new profile picture. I like it.
Yeah, I figured it'd be disarming.
It seemed
It's
like
like, oh,
you.
she's so pretty. And it's like, oh my god, her mouth is so foul. Like, there we go.
Right?
we got a new profile picture.
I can put the other prompt back up. I just wanted y'all to see the list.
Please screenshot it.
I love the list. Gotta put that on a t-shirt.
No, I ain't walking around with this shit on my shirt. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Crashing out there, man. I'm crashing out everywhere.
Real life
That
crash
shit-
outs at Target and Walmart.
Where the
Yeah,
fuck
you're
my
right. They
phone
might end
go?
up following people home. Let's not do that. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, there's been a few. Yeah.
I might argue this list tomorrow, y'all.
Can I ask you a question right quick, Tara?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, another question. How do you be coming up with your prompts? Hello? Hello? Is she talking? If she talking, I can't hear her.
No, she don't say it.
Oh, okay. Thought my shit cut out.
I hope we get to
Oh my
do
bad.
this
I
in
was
the
trying to
room.
find a thing. No, so Shamron, we not actually engaging in conversation over here. We conducting case studies. So
Okay.
we take information here. The prompt, we don't actually expect nobody to. We are looking for examples of the prompt. That's the whole point. And then after that, we go on that back end. We have conversation. Sometimes I pull up certain readings. I like to read empirical articles, and then we just proceed further. There's no structure to it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because men don't listen to women, so why the fuck would we try to listen to them? Unfortunately, there's too many women that's male centered. So we out here trying to educate women, empower women. We don't give a fuck about these niggas or what they gotta say.
A lot of these simple-minded knuckle draggers don't even listen to other men either. That's why I don't be giving up when they unalive themselves for real.
But Shamron, you gotta come back tomorrow so we could do the NPD
You said the
assessment.
red pill thing?
Yeah, we're gonna do that tomorrow.
I mean, yeah, I'm interested to see what that's like because I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah. Cause my default is to not trust any man. So what's our Sagittarius?
I just came up here to ask, do y'all think the men folks are synced on their periods? Because they've been extra angry.
No. I'm gonna just say this though, Sagittarius. They wouldn't be able to handle a period. And like when we say we, I know you cool without like when you saying whatever, but like also like that reinforces like how it is for women too. No, they just some bitches. They can't handle a period. They don't get a period. They want one because they got womb envy, but they'll never get a period. They just emotional because they sensitive bitches that repress everything that they go through. They can't talk about their feelings. So it's okay to just call them bitches.
That's
Not
true.
DJ
I still got some
internalized misogyny. We all pick.
yes. Yeah, because they definitely couldn't. They definitely couldn't. They commit more crimes with without one.
I mean, they can barely handle a prompt with more than 3 sentences. So I guess a period is out of the question.
Yeah, these niggas be embarrassing me on the daily. So I hate their asses.
That's your brethren.
I know.
You gotta talk to your folks, man.
I do. That's why I talk to them greasy.
Well,
I really want to go off on one of them earlier, but they got the restrictions and stuff on these lives, so.
Oh no, like you can do it. Just
No, I
don't.
can't. You know I can't.
Don't you can cuss, but don't use isms.
Isms.
Yeah, like the ism, the ism,
Ableism,
the ism,
homophobism. But you
can't say the G word.
Talk about their granddads. You can talk about their moms. Like we just don't talk about kids. That's all. Everybody else can get it. Your dog too. Because sometimes
this nigga said misandryism.
Oh, we practice misandryism.
Oh, no, I love no.
Yeah, that's y'all need
I'm a
some
misandrist myself.
every time.
Actually, man, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying every time these men tell me that women verbally abuse them, I'm like, good for her, because I'm about to do the same thing.
I actually made a video about why misandry will never be worse than misogyny, like last year.
It's not even a thing.
No, it is really not. But if misandry was ever a thing and ever got worse as misogyny, then maybe I'd feel some type of sympathy. But all it is making men feel bad about our past decisions or about shit that we do. Other than that, it don't really matter for real. So I don't understand why these niggas be mad.
And currently still doing, not even just the past, what we currently still do.
Right. Accolades with hate collective, criticism, and accountability. Here we go. Yep.
People, it should be some hoes in here. Sorry, y'all.
The world is increasingly becoming an echo.
My bad. I was making a post.
Because
the hoes are in the comments section being scary.
Yeah, I don't. Men don't make me feel embarrassed because for me to deconstruct this, I'm deconstructing from from men itself, because being a man is part of being a system. It is a system. That's why if we talk against it, other men will be like, "You're a panderer, you're this, you're that," or they would, try to separate you, ostracize you from the group because they know it's a system. I don't want to be part of that fuck system. So I'm not ashamed of it. Of They don't make me ashamed because I know that is what a man is supposed to be: weak, mentally, emotionally, insecure. Um, would rather use violence than actually work on themselves. Only could submit to other men to do atrocities of other insecure men. Like, I mean, I know that's what being a man is. Being mediocre, being stupid, and want to just be on top. Want things easy. Want to say things without being held accountable. Like, that is what being a man is. So
I want the men in the comments to understand that if you call me a quote unquote panderer for agreeing with women, that makes you a panderer to men, for agreeing with men so much. If I'm trying to get vagina, you're trying to get penis. I just need y'all to understand that.
Vonda, I'm about to drop you for a fake op. You can come back, but let him up real fast.
Please don't let it be George.
It's George.
Oh my God. It's always George. Is there anyone else in the queue?
The jungle strong as he can be.
George is stupid.
Please, Sag, is there another one in the queue?
What's up, Dark Horse?
I just came up to fucking block George. You're not doing that shit tonight. Fuck no. Absolutely the fuck not. I told y'all, man, I be need to break this shit. I be need to fucking break. Sad, you play with him in your own goddamn time. We not doing that. I'm gonna go back down the stairs where I belong. What we ain't gonna do.
It's
We not
some
gonna do that.
menfolk up here. He might want to chat with the menfolk.
That's a fucking lie.
No, he just wants to be here and be a fake.
She don't be making no succinct points. No succinct points. And Tara gonna cut off the fucking live. If y'all want to go to bed, just say that. You ain't gotta bring George up to do it.
Don't read.
Fuck me.
He is like prototype 2.0. Like literally, like he's prototype. Like advanced prototype.
Dex know he gonna ruin the shit. We got a few viewers in here and shit, and Tara gonna cut this shit, slam the fuck off. Y'all keep playing around with George. I'm gonna go back downstairs, and you've been warned. Everybody up here has been warned, but I'm gonna go downstairs and listen. Love y'all.
Love you, Dark Horse.
Love you too. So George, you've been kicked off the island. It's only up to the host now. We can't do it, buddy.
Y'all want to do goddamn. Yeah, MPD. I was struggling. Y'all up for MPD?
What's MPD?
The red
It's a
pill
survey.
that
We're gonna survey you.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Who up for it?
I've been
I'm up
gardening,
for
but
it.
I'm cool.
Dark Horse, you gonna come back up here for it? Let me go. All right, let me go find it. Y'all give me a second. For some reason, when I change the background, y'all can't hear me. So hold up.
Somebody we got a new member. Yay.
Yay. I wonder when Woo maybe is gonna come back as a pro.
Y'all want to address this op first?
Which op is this?
I don't know.
I think Lindsay may be coming back tomorrow.
Who's the op?
I'm not familiar with them.
No, not Gavin. Let's just say God bless America. No, nigga, I don't even know why you here.
Uh-oh. We've been getting a lot of those what? Men in the comments lately is making me worried. Like, why are y'all here?
We got 1, 2. Oh, we got enough people.
They're following Liz.
Oh, these Liz people. Damn, Liz.
I knew it was
I
suspicious.
never have seen these people before in my life, just for the record.
No, I'm saying, you get the crazies over there, like in your
Yes,
lives.
that is
Yeah.
I've never seen so many pale neck beards in my life in this live. I'm like, hold up. Wait a minute.
All right, hold on. Everybody up here, y'all. Everybody going to pitch in next questions?
Yes.
I'll ask questions.
All right. Just so like we move around, make sure like you ask a few questions and keep it moving so everybody can talk. So Chevron, you consent to doing the survey?
Yes, I consent.
How old are you, Chevron?
31.
All right, you cisgender heterosexual male?
Yes.
All right. Who wants to start with the question?
You know, I gotta ask my favorite questions. All right, Shimron. Who is the leader in the home in a heterosexual relationship?
The natural answer is whoever they delegate to be, but it should be the both of them. But the natural order to me should actually be the woman, and it'd be similar to how the president of the United States leads the troops, but they still get to sit at home and be safe.
Okay. Are you religious?
No.
What was the last argument you got into? What was the last argument you had with one of your man friends?
So personally, in real life, I'm really more so of a loner, but I do be on social media. The last argument we had to do with something in the Bible about darkness and whether or not God dwells in darkness or whatever in relation to Luciferianism.
Mm-hmm. And how long ago was that?
2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Okay. All right. I yield.
I have a few questions. My first one is, what is your relationship like with your mother?
I'd say it's decent. There's still a couple of things that I'm still kind of working through as far as my resentment about, the religious upbringing and stuff like that. I don't take it out on her. It's just certain things when she starts to say I don't listen to, and I kind of shut down. Because she be trying to tell me sometimes about what God would want for me, and I'm like, God is like one of the most abusive pieces of shit that I have acknowledged in my adult life. I don't really care what he has or would want for my life. So I just that's kind of where I'm at with that.
What about your
Other than that, it's
father?
good.
What about your father?
The relationship between me and my father, it's all right. I say there are some things that in my adult life I'm still trying to reconcile. I grew up in a 2-parent home and my parents are still married. So it's like some things I'm looking back at now, like how do I really feel, about certain things moving forward? Do I feel like I should hold this against my father? Do I just use it to make sure that I don't do it moving forward when I start a family or
How
whatever?
are you like your father?
Say it again.
How are you like your father?
How am I like my father? Very very to ourselves, so to speak. Like he's more outgoing than I am, but more so he don't really bother nobody. He don't go out his way to try and discomfort nobody.
You have siblings?
Yes, I'm the youngest.
How many siblings you got?
Let me see. I think I got 6.
You think? Well, I think.
Because I didn't grow up with them, and it's one that I haven't met before. So I'm not sure if he actually is my sibling or just like one of them, this is supposed to be your older brother or something like that. I don't know. I ain't never met him, so I can't say whether or not he exists for real, for real.
Is that because your father? How?
Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah.
Are you in a relationship right now?
No.
When last time you been in a relationship?
Actual relationship, it was about 7 years ago.
Okay, 7 years ago? What happened to how long was you with that person?
For about 1.5 years.
Why didn't it work out?
Different things, honestly, had to do with my working environment. Some stuff happened and it caused me to have adverse reactions, and it was affecting my mental health. And the thing about it is I didn't realize it until The damage to the relationship had already been done, so to speak.
So how
So
you made
that pretty
amends
much
for
ended. Huh?
how you made amends for what you've done to that woman?
I didn't really do nothing to her. It was just I wasn't acting like myself. Um, but I mean, we broke up like
Did y'all break up or
probably
she
20.
leave?
No, I broke up with her because I told her straight up, it doesn't make any sense for me to be in this stressful environment and coming home and expecting or hoping to have somebody to like vent to and talk to and not having that. I might as well just be single. So I broke up with her.
So you felt entitled, and then because she wasn't being a third person therapist, you ended the relationship.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't going both ways, how it always been going.
Hmm.
So my next question is, do you agree that conception begins at erection?
I can see that for sure. Because I think it takes the onus off of it being on women and all this other stuff. I think it puts the onus solely on men. We always talk about how, oh, well, y'all wouldn't be able to get pregnant unless we put the seed. Okay, well, if we plant the seed, then it needs to be on us, which I agree with.
Do y'all plant the seed?
I mean, based on the rhetoric that we use, according to that,
No,
we
no, no,
plant the seed.
no. Do y'all plant the seed?
I would say, yeah, the sperm of the seed, yeah.
Interesting.
I got a question. Did you seek any therapy after the relationship?
Not directly, no. I did. I was talking to people, and it was free labor for them to, like talk to me and stuff like that. But a majority of the like help or whatever, or the majority of the work that I did on my own, based on things that I've been watching and consuming before, like about. I've like okay, so what I'm saying is pretty much I'd already been aware at that point in time that a lot of things that happens that we as black men do was always because we are too deep into our ego, too deep into our emotions, and a lot of times we do feel entitled. So with that being said, once I realized that I was, experiencing like PTSD and stuff like that and anxiety, I was able to have more control on it and work through it on my own instead of making it like be a burden on like those that are around me.
Not my last question, but before I let someone else go, you mentioned that you are a loner. Can you explain why you haven't formed like more relationships, close relationships? Like, what's the deal with that?
I generally enjoy like being by myself. Like it doesn't necessarily, I don't feel lonely when I'm by myself, if that makes sense. While I can, socialize and stuff like that, I've learned a long time ago that when you're by yourself, you have less to worry about. You don't have to worry about anybody, no matter who it is, switching up on you. You don't have to worry about having to be responsible for other people. That's pretty much what it is. And you don't have to worry about somebody that is allegedly supposed to like be on your side or whatever.
So you like to be alone, so you don't have to deal with, I guess, traumatic situations. So you have to deal with inconsistencies from other people. Is that what you're saying?
And not necessarily just traumatic experiences, but there's like, especially like when it comes to men, there's just shit that I feel like men do that just be kind of dumb or
No,
pointless
no, no, no. We're
sometimes.
not talking about men. We're talking about you. A survey for you. So
Well, yeah,
focus
but
on.
that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily that it's traumatic. It's just I be thinking shit is stupid and I don't want to be around it.
So you can't form platonic relationships with women.
No, I do have platonic relationships with women.
You immediately assume we're talking about men. That's interesting.
Well, when I say it, like the reason why I address it from the perspective of men, right, is because when I say like when I'm speaking about shit that's like just dangerous or whatever, or shit that I think is stupid, I'm thinking about specifically men. When it comes to women, I do have platonic women friends as well, but a lot of them they're just like 2-3 hours away because I done moved and stuff like that.
Do you believe that these people aren't on your level, and that's why you need to?
Quality you look for.
You say, do I think that these people are not on my level?
You believe that people aren't on your level, and that's why you're alone? Or do you believe there's nothing you can learn from a relationship or experience or trying to build friendships?
I do think that there's a lot to learn, but at the same time too, I do think that I've had more than enough experiences for me to be satisfied with my level of comfortability, right? It's not that nobody can teach me anything. It's just that with my experience that I've had in my short little 30 years, I'm comfortable with if I don't have to pick up anything or if I don't pick up anything else, I think I can navigate life as I am.
Are you looking forward to getting in a relationship?
That was a thing for me like a couple of years ago, whatever. But honestly, it's not really, I'm not necessarily pressed for it, right? Like outside of like of course the whole intimate part, I do have like other friends that we do, we talk and stuff like that. We do like bond on certain levels. So it's not necessarily pressing on me to like, be a part of, try and have like a relationship and stuff like that. And plus, if I'm being honest right now, I don't really feel like I would just want to be like monogamous, so to speak. I still feel like I'd rather be more promiscuous or hoish, I guess, if that's the term you'd rather use. I don't really feel like trying
Well,
to
let's
be
say
like,
you was to get in a relationship, right? Let's say you found somebody like, oh, you know what? This person I click with. What's 5 qualities that person would have that would attract you?
she would be compassionate. She would be intelligent. She would, I'm gonna throw wise in there with intelligent. She would be empathetic, which I guess maybe you could throw that in there with compassionate too. She would definitely be like driven. She would be what's the other word I just had on top of my head? Like she would be I guess fierce, so to speak, for lack of a better term. Like I want, when I say driven, I mean like she
That's
has,
fine. Let me ask you a question. Those 5 traits, do they also apply to you?
yeah, I do consider myself somebody that is compassionate and empathetic. I do consider myself someone that is intelligent or wise. I do consider myself somebody that is driven, so to
That's
speak.
fine. That's fine.
Do you consider yourself
Okay.
the? Oh, go ahead. You haven't went, Prince. Go ahead.
I have a question. So you listed off the 5 qualities that you want in a partner. However, it contradicts with what your progress with yourself right now. With the empathy and compassion, that's a little confusing because you want your partner to have empathy and compassion, and yet you don't foster close relationships in a way that will give you practice to have empathy and compassion for yourself or for others. So how would it be fair for her to have that for you?
I think that I already do possess compassion and empathy for others. I don't think I necessarily have to be in quote unquote closer relationship with people in order to have it. I can have empathy and compassion for people that I don't necessarily know. I don't think I have to have intimate knowledge of said person to have compassion or empathy for them. Of course, being a friend, it could definitely deepen that, but I don't think that it's necessarily imperative for me to know a person personally to be compassionate or to be empathetic towards them or the things that they might be dealing with.
Yeah, but you want that from your partner, but you don't want to exercise that towards others.
I don't necessarily think that means that I don't exercise it towards others.
Yeah, wrong question, Prince. Give us real time data and what that looks like for you. How do you demonstrate that?
Empathy. Um, so again, like I said, I've dealt with like PTSD and anxiety and stuff like that, and I'm not going to get into this situation, but this is kind of the thing that be pissing me off, especially with like religious folk, and this is the reason why I'm bringing that up. Because I've always understood that just because I don't personally go through something, just because I don't personally deal with something, that doesn't mean that I can't understand the fact that somebody's going through something messed up, right? I can still sympathize or, empathize to the point where and have compassion with somebody that's okay. I've never, like say for instance, I've never been, like maybe pew or something like that before, right? But I can understand that clearly that is a very traumatic situation. So why should I have to go through something to understand that maybe I could be a little more soft towards this individual? I could be a little more caring, a little more understanding towards this individual. I shouldn't have to be set up to go through the same thing in order to understand that I can still be a great person to this person without going through what it is that they went through. And for me personally, so earlier I said, like, once I get to trying to talk to them or like work through a situation with like other men and stuff like that, and I see they're not trying to listen or they just can't listen, I disregard them. I do try to be empathetic towards men because I get it. Like a lot of men, they walking around here with heartbreak or whatever, and
All right, now
sometimes
hold up. Let's keep the answers a little short. You can get a little long winded. Douglas, did you have another question? Go ahead, Liz.
So when you say that you just want to be an HOE, how often do these women that are you're keeping company with catch feelings for you?
you mean as far as what Trump want to be in like a relationship, those type of feelings?
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure. Generally speaking, whatever it is that we agreed on, that's the dynamic I tend to stick to.
Right,
So
but did they ever do these relationships ever end poorly, like where or do you always part amicably?
yeah, majority, if not all, we part amicably. There was one though from that I had right after I'd had my last relationship, like in 2019, where again, mind you, I'm still like dealing with stuff, and the agreement was that okay, yeah, we can do the whole like friends with benefits thing. But then further along we got into dynamics, she started trying to make like more like requests and demands of me, and I'm like, hey, I've got all this going on. This is my work situation and stuff. I'm not always going to be available. And not only are you seeming to not understand that no more, you're starting to try and like ask more of me, which if we're in a relationship, we were talking at a level, that'd be fine, I'd get it. But this is not what we agreed to, or this is not what we've been doing. So that one, she was more so upset with me, but that's only because like you're trying to switch the dynamic. And
Okay,
I
so what
told
were
her
the
so with it.
demands?
Hmm?
What were these demands?
So at the time we stayed probably like maybe 2.5 hours from each other. And I would, whenever I came like back home to Dallas, whatever, I would be able to see her. But based on what I had going on with my job at the time, working overtime and all that, I wasn't able always to come back. And the days when I was off, I was exhausted because I used to work like 12 to 16 hours. Um, so there was like that, and she would get upset with the communication. And it's like, I told you, what I was doing. So she'd want me to come back more often. She'd want me to be more. She'd pretty much just want me to sacrifice like my rest because she'd want me to come back, or she'd want me to be more communicative more than we were before. And it's like, look, I've told you what all this going on, especially during this time of year. And now it seems like you are having an attitude. You are having issues and dissent. Well, it's like this is what we literally agreed upon. And then come to find out, she said that she wanted more with me, and I'm like,
Okay,
look,
yeah. So I get it. So just one more question, then I'm done. When you're in these sort of situationships with these women, are there any boundaries that you have? Like, do you guys go on dates together? Do you do you do all of the things that like boyfriends and girlfriends typically do together, but just like you don't have a label for it? Or do you have very set boundaries? Like you just, have your physical whatever together and then you immediately get dressed and leave? Like what does that look like?
so sometimes it'd be we could do like maybe if we could go out, like maybe get something to eat or something like that, or like order something and like lay up and watch like TV or watch a movie or something like that, or we might even go out to the movies or something like that. But it wouldn't necessarily be anything like real deep. Like it wouldn't be like no like real deep date night or something like that. And sometimes it would be just simply like the F buddy type thing. I don't know if I can say that. It'd be kind of like the whole that dynamic as opposed to more so a friend with benefits type thing.
Okay, I'm done.
Somebody
Real
called you.
quick, you got children?
No,
Has a woman ever been pregnant by you?
not to my knowledge.
Tell us 5 endearing qualities about your mother.
5 endearing qualities.
Mm-hmm.
So she is the type of person where she will literally help, and then like if you need something, she will literally help you, but then also try and give you resources or whatever to like maybe kind of get on your feet or something like that. She's also Let me see. She's also like very compassionate too when it comes to certain things. She will definitely try to be there for you. She'll, she's the type to say, "Can I pray with you?" and all this other stuff. She is the type to, I'm trying to think, like, pretty much she's the type of person where if she knows somebody needs something, she will do what she can to try and help that person. Some of the other qualities she has, she's also driven. She's very, I ain't gonna say she's very ambitious, but she is ambitious. She's kind of like a go-getter, so to speak. Like, even if she doesn't have like an official job, she's still making money type thing, right? If that makes sense. She's very business oriented. And I was able to see that from a very long time ago. She's a very clean person. I don't know if this would be considered like would you say a quality or well, I don't know, but she's a very
Clean?
she's a very clean
Are you
person.
clean?
Yeah.
The qualities that align with you. Got
You
it.
said which qualities align with me?
Oh, no. Vanda or Dex, did y'all want to say something?
Yeah, I have a question. Um, do you believe that men are covered pygmies?
Or who?
Covered pygmies?
Do I think that men are covert pick-me's?
Mm-hmm.
Like for women or for men, are we just acting like in
No,
general?
for both. There are pygmies for women and pygmies for men.
I think that yeah. I mean, I do think that there are men that will do like the whole similar kind of pick me thing to the point where they will try and like throw the men underneath the bus for like female or women's validation, sorry. But I don't think it's normally anywhere near as dangerous unless that man is going out of his way to try and like sabotage or try to be like violent or something like that. I also think men try to be pick-me's for other men, um, especially like if it's a man that has like status or some type of notoriety. I definitely have seen like men like quote unquote fanboy over like men that have some type of status or power or money or whatever.
Yeah, I personally believe that happens a lot. I believe
No,
that.
Vanda. Hold
Oh,
up, Vanda.
I'm sorry.
Prince, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, like when you asked Shinron about enduring qualities from his mother, I've noticed that you gave synonyms of the same two qualities, and I've noticed they weren't qualities outside of your mother being of service to potentially you or other people.
So
So are there
hold up, y'all. Pause. Stop. It's a survey. What do you want? You want to educate them? Like, y'all gotta cut that out.
No, I just
Like,
wanted to
no. It's no need to be said. You missing the point. It don't need to be said. He said what he saw in his mother. Interesting point.
Dex, did you have a question?
Yeah.
Dex trying to fight that man off of him. But go ahead, Dex.
When it comes to your therapy, why didn't you go to therapy?
Time, money, and in the area that I was at, there were no like black therapists. Everybody that I looked at was either white or sorry, white tea or like they looked like Hispanic or whatever. And then on top of that too, my specific therapy, what I would have needed, I wouldn't have trusted any of them to give me that, right? I just no, I wouldn't. I was very skeptical of all of that.
Do you think therapy works for men?
Yeah, I do think therapy works. Just at that time, I didn't see anybody that I felt would have better understood what I was dealing with.
Are you in a position now for therapy?
I mean, yeah, if I needed or I wanted to go, yeah, I would.
No, well, do you think that you don't need it anymore?
Relates to that situation? No, I don't.
How do you know?
Because with that particular thing that I needed therapy over, my reactions to certain things would be it'd be more than it should be, right? And I'm leaving out a lot of context on purpose because I'm just not ready to like respectfully, like, I'm just met y'all and stuff, but I'm not finna
Yeah,
just
we don't need
divulge
to go.
that
We
entire
don't need to
whole
go
thing.
deep. We don't need to go deep.
So, but with that being said, though, like I don't think the same way. I don't. One thing that I noticed when I definitely could have used a therapy was that I would jump like to conclusions. So maybe not necessarily conclusions, but I would definitely jump like there'd be gaps in my logic, so to speak, right? Like somebody that is mentally stable, psychologically stable, or whatever. I wouldn't be jumping to conclusions. I wouldn't be as quick to like be upset or be angry about something, right? And that's normally how I was. But this situation I'm referring to, it definitely kind of threw that off kilter, which that's something that's like something that's never really been me, right? So now the fact that I'm not like that anymore, and I'm good, and I've been back to how I was before. That's how I know that I don't need it in relation to that specific situation.
Do you tend? Oh, you done, Dex? I'm sorry.
Oh, you can go. Go ahead, Ted.
The pause got me. Do you tend to get in long distance relationships?
No, at my big old age, no.
No, I mean when you were doing it, did you have a lot of long distance relationships?
Define long distance.
More than an hour away.
Yeah, I had a few, like at various points in time, but to me, 1 hour is not really long distance. So,
No, that's why I said more than an hour.
yeah, it wasn't really. I didn't really see it as like long distance. To me, long distance would be like 4+ hours or out of state or something like that. Respectfully, so.
Okay. But I just wanted to be clear. They were not within like a close proximity to you where they can just pop up or you can just pop up, right?
Right.
Okay. How old were you when you found out your father wasn't faithful?
I'd say I was probably pretty young. Like I don't know if I really understood it, but going back and like going over my memories and stuff like that, and then piecing things together, I was probably like maybe 4 or 5.
Okay. Do you think that changed how you looked at your mother because she stayed with him?
Ultimately, growing up before I left religion, yeah, I do think that it kind of affected it, because you know, I I was never really one like because I seen what it did to her, right? So I wasn't really the type of person to um see that as a good thing that I'd want to do or replicate, right? That's why I said I'd rather just stay single. If I ever had like inclinations of like wanting to go out and be with like more than one woman or something like that, I'd rather just stay single. So,
Hold on.
but
Wait.
to me, huh?
Go ahead.
Um,
Finish that point.
to me, looking at it and understanding that, it occurred to me like I wonder how many of these, like, just this is just me growing up. I wonder how many people are like in these marriages where they spouse or something like that is out cheating on them, but because of the Bible and church, I wonder how many of them are actually trying to like maintain that image. And now that I'm like older and I look back, I'm like, a lot of these people that are in these marriages have probably been going through the exact same thing, and because they have their beliefs, they're like pretty much stuck in these, like these type of relationships or these marriages or whatever.
Do you think your mom was weak for staying with him?
I'm not gonna say she was necessarily weak because I think it takes strength, a different type of strength, to stay with somebody that has not been faithful. But I'm going to say that I don't think it's necessarily like the best, or I don't think it was necessarily the best of decisions to make, objectively speaking.
What about your father?
I think he was wrong, very much so wrong about that. Um, and it's still like it's still something that I kind of have like trying to reconcile in my mind
So
because it's like I can
wrong
have
but
all
not
this
weak.
smoke, huh?
Wrong but not weak.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Your father being unfaithful. You say it's wrong, but you don't see it as him being weak.
Oh well, no, yeah, it's definitely weak because you're not controlling yourself.
No, I was just clarifying. I wasn't asking.
Oh,
Anybody else had a question? Oh,
I had what? Oh, sorry.
I say being wrong is worse than being weak, honestly.
Yeah. I had one thing I wanted to touch on. One other thing. You say you want to be more promiscuous. Like why does you explain that a little bit more?
It's not necessarily that I just want to be promiscuous, but I know I don't want to be in a relationship right now. So, that's pretty much what it is. If I'm not going to be in a relationship and still want to be sexually active, that's pretty much being promiscuous.
He didn't say
So
he wanted to, Dex. He says he that's the lifestyle he's living now.
no, I know that's what he's living now. So I was just trying to get into the why.
You saying why?
Yeah, I was just trying to get into the why. I know that's what you say you want to, but why?
I mean, I just don't feel like being in a relationship right now.
Can y'all hear me now? Oh, there it is. I've been over here fighting for my life off mute and nothing was happening. I wanted to ask, are you willing to share what your occupation is, sir?
I'll say that it is insecurity. That's what I'll say.
Okay. That was my last question.
I had one last question. So you
Okay, and
said
then
you're
you can
not.
totally vote.
Okay. Sorry. You said you weren't religious, but I heard Luciferianism in the earlier conversation. So do you practice Luciferianism, or are you just straight atheist?
No, I don't practice Luciferianism, and I'm not an atheist. I'm simply not religious. I am specifically anti-Abrahamic religion.
Okay. And have you done anything to deconstruct?
Yes.
Like what?
I don't go to church. I do not adhere to any biblical principles. I disrespect the Abrahamic deities on a daily. I for sure disrespect Jesus with his weak ass. I actively try to at least give people information so they could get through or get past where I was by the time I decided that I was not going to adhere to these texts or these deities or these religions anymore. And I actively try to point out to other men too, if they're willing to listen, the toxic characteristics, the toxic traits of God. Because when you actually sit there and you do like kind of a case study on the God of the Bible, at least, you realize that he's very much so a terrible example of manhood and masculinity. But you can actually add up his characteristics with many of the same traits that we as men exhibit today in society.
So when you said, because I look at your bio, you say you want to deconstruct from patriarchy. What's patriarchy, and why do you want to deconstruct from it?
Well, first of all, to me, patriarchy is pretty much the assertion that men need to be in charge because we're men, because we pretty much have the organs that we have, and we, physically express them the way we physically express them. And to me, that is inherently wrong. And it's also incorrect, and it's also illogical because at the end of the day, majority of things that we as a man even complain about, it started literally because of men. And specifically to talk about religion, religion is something that I
I
look
want to
back
go back
now
to
and
religion.
huh?
I just want to do a quick overview, and then you can go into talk about like your deconstruction process, but like summarize it. You don't want to be so detailed.
I don't. So my deconstruction process, I guess, when I first started, like leaving Christianity, whatever, was to understand that my concept of God had to change, right? So my concept of God used to be it was some man or whatever up in the sky or up in the space or whatever. that was omniscient and all knowing, I mean, and all powerful and all this other stuff. And to realize that just because an entity is called God, because I started to call myself God after that, doesn't inherently mean that the entity has to be perfect, has to be all powerful. It doesn't have to be any of the things that most people try to attribute to God. What was there was like a second question. I think somebody asked me like, why do I want to deconstruct patriarchy? It's pretty much because it's led, um, it's caused a majority, if not all of the destruction and all of the degeneracy in our societies today.
What was the
It-
most humbling thing that you learned about yourself as you've been deconstructed?
um, that it's okay to not be perfect. That it's okay. Like, you know, they always tell you, oh, you have to try and strive to be like Jesus and all this other things. Um, And when I say that it's not okay to be perfect, I don't mean like, you know, you just go around just doing like, you know, bad, stuff or whatever. But it's more like saying, okay, you're human and it's okay to have and feel human things, right? If you feel anger, if you feel hatred, you're feeling those things for a reason. It's okay to feel those things, just let those things exist. As long as you make sure that you don't just, just dry ass, just take it out on people unprovoked or on somebody that didn't directly cause it.
When's the last time you've been joyful and happy?
Mm, I don't know. I think I'm a pretty like morose character, but um, last time I'm like joyful. I had probably the other day when I was in the gym. It was like 2 days ago.
No, not the gym. Okay, last question for me. I promise this time. How do you feel about the rainbow community?
Um, I think that if I'm a person that's going to be pro-black, then it needs to involve those black individuals that are part of that as well. I don't think they need to be excluded. And I think if you look at this at the complete history of the world when it came to those people, especially the black people, I think we do kind of owe them a place in society to at least exist and be happy. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I don't think there's wrong with quote unquote the sexuality. I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with somebody saying that they may feel as if they're not in like the body or whatever they're born in. Because I haven't done the research to say that, oh, well, you're wrong, or oh, how you're thinking like this is wrong, whatever. I don't identify with that. So I'd rather have space for those people to exist than to be oppressive to them.
Have you ever considered going on a date with a man?
Who?
Or like, have you ever considered like being intimate with a man, period?
No.
Why not?
I don't know if you heard me when I said this earlier, but I am identify as a misandrist with externalized misandry. There's no part of that I'm interested in.
But I don't mean at one point you didn't.
No.
I have one last question. What was the last book you read?
The last book I read, and it's actually been a while, I used to read a lot when I was young, but the last book I tried to read and got probably like halfway through was, I think it was The Light at the street light at the end of the I forgot exactly what it's called, but it was pretty much talking about like the history of like the history of SA allegations in the black community that like pretty much YT people were aiming at black people to try and justify them coming to our communities and ransacking it and doing whatever they're doing to black men and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember. It's called oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find it right quick so at least I can tell you.
No, it's fine. You can let us know later. What's your goals for the future as far as your career?
So right now I think I'm going into a different aspect of security here, hopefully in like the next month or so, and then I'm hoping to re-promote because I've been in this specific industry before. I'm hoping to re-promote, and yeah, I plan on making that my career once I get back to it.
Name 3 things you deconstructed from the patriarchy.
That I've deconstructed from the patriarchy.
Mhm.
Thinking that I have to be the one to lead or have to be the one that everybody listens to. Thinking that I'm supposed to be entitled to the work and labor of women specifically. And then thinking that I feel like it's one more thing. Thinking that I deserve to take up space on somebody's, amongst black women in like their spaces or whatever.
What are
Like
three
understand that
things?
I'm not, and if I don't get that chance to do it, then oh the fuck well, I can go about it and I'll be fucking okay.
What are three things you want to deconstruct from that you still need to deconstruct?
Let me see things that I still think that I need to deconstruct from. I I don't.
I got
I'm
one.
not. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I've deconstructed from everything, but right now I'm drawing a blank.
I got one.
Okay.
So it sounds like the career is important, right? Making money. So first, let me back up a moment. Do you recognize the wage gap?
Yes.
Okay. So how have you reconciled you participating in the capitalism, patriarchy, the wage gap? How are you going to reconcile that when it comes to deconstructing within a relationship if you ever get in a romantic relationship? Because you talk about the equality, I'm not the head, but you do still have some benefit. So how would you tie that into the relationship knowing you have that benefit but not abuse it?
So there's because I want to kind of go into a long thing, but I'm trying to like condense it. So one way that I would definitely want to be able to like overwrite that is to be given like more money to my spouse or my partner, whatever. If we at that point or whatever, just for her to have we're in marriage or whatever. And while I don't plan on being the type of individual that would ever cause anything with our dynamic to like be helter skelter or off kilter, whatever, I would because I've seen the history of it or whatever, and I've seen things before. I would allow my wife to have like I hate to say it, but I would allow her to have like a divorce fund. Like I don't see myself doing anything to cause no divorce, but at the same time, I've seen like men that have allegedly been, thought everything was okay. And at the end of the day, like they were just doing things that were not really conducive to building a relationship. So I don't think based on the level of self-awareness I have as a person and as a man, I don't think I'd ever do anything like that. But in order to try and dispel that, I would be willing and open to giving like my wife or my girlfriend or, whatever, more money, especially if I'm like the monetary breadwinner.
Hello, that was interesting.
I know I was just about to say that.
Don't say it. Dang, wait till the end. That's one of my favorite words to call out. But go ahead.
I did it first. I'm getting. You guys say
wrap it up.
Goddamn. Y'all got any other questions y'all want to ask?
Oh, we done.
No, we can wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up
Y'all
before
got
everyone
over
falls
the
asleep.
9 things. I tried to touch on all the 9 things, but I don't know. I think we did them all. All right, who gonna read it?
I can read it.
Liz with the good eyes.
Let's see, what is the name of this book? Oh, yeah, the name of the book was called
Oh
At the
no,
Dark
mute
End of the
up.
Street.
Tell us later. I need to clean my fucking gallery out, y'all. Mute up. Wait till we done.
Okay, how many votes
So
do we
just so
need?
y'all know, y'all in the comments, I need y'all to get up and vote. I know some of y'all like laying there. No, y'all need to vote in the poll. But go ahead.
How many votes do we need on the panel, and then how many in the chat?
At least 3 in the panel. I hope is enough people up. 7. First side to get 7.
Okay.
In the poll.
Okay, so it's going to be yes if we get at least 3 on the panel, 7 in the chat. So number 1, grandiose sense of self-importance. Yes.
Yes for me.
I'm gonna say yes as well.
Okay, we need 7 in the chat.
Yeah, I'll say yes as well too.
Yes.
I gotta just stay off mute. I was fighting that
Okay,
damn.
we got 7.
All right, you can go to the next one.
Fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
7 in the
Yeah.
chat.
I had no.
It's the love part. It's the
Yeah.
ideal love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that too.
Big time.
Yeah. For the ideal love, yes. For the rest, not really.
Well, the chat is torn. Damn, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I missed the ideal love part. Damn.
All right, it's gonna be a yes. Y'all.
Yeah.
What the hell? All right, go to the next one.
Belief in being special and unique and can only be understood by or should be associated with other special high status people or institutions. Yes.
Yeah, it was more specific.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, I'm gonna say
now.
yes as well.
Yeah.
Okay. 7 in the chat. Yeah. 6.
This won't be good enough. Y'all taking too long.
Okay.
All right.
Requires excessive admiration. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes as well.
I'm not sure.
All right.
Yes for me, but not a strong yes.
Okay.
Yes for me, but not a strong yes.
And I have something to say to everyone once this is over.
Yeah.
6. I'm sorry, 5. Sense of entitlement, i.e., unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we get 7 in the chat?
Damn, chat. Y'all about to
Y'all
get
being
fired.
weird in the polls.
We go next one.
Okay. Interpersonally exploitative, i.e., takes advantage of others to achieve his or her own ends. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chat is torn. We gotta wait for the poll on this one.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's just how it is.
What is going on?
Well, you didn't do the panel, so it's fine. But
What is going on?
All right, that's 7.
Okay. 7 lacks empathy, is unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I agree.
Can we get 7 in the chat?
all right. That's good enough. Next one.
Okay. 8 envious of others or believes that others are envious of him or her.
No for that.
Yeah. For me,
I'm a
that's
little
no.
bit less. Yeah, I guess I'll say no.
Yeah, no on that one.
Yes, others believes that others are.
Um,
I'm on the fence about it.
I would have
'cause
said yes for this one, but go ahead.
I'm on the fence, but I believe that that is a capability,
Yeah.
but it hasn't been expressed.
That's why I say y'all gotta make sure y'all ask some questions on the survey. So it's a no. 8 is a no.
Number 9, arrogant, haughty behaviors and attitudes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 out of 9. Which is
Damn, not you not wait for the poll.
Okay.
Damn.
we got 7 though. 7.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's see. Let me find if I can find the other poll. It's the custom poll. Let's see. Here we go. I found it.
Yay.
How much time is giving y'all? Do y'all see a poll?
It's gone.
No.
No.
No, I don't see it.
Come on, TikTok. Get your shit together. Hold up, y'all. 2 minutes. Is it? I'm gonna do 2 minutes because y'all motherfuckers, y'all gotta sit up in the bed. Like a
And mods can't vote, so
I feel attacked.
It's
Yeah,
not showing
trying.
up.
No.
No, I don't see it.
I'm not seeing it either.
Hold on. Just put your number in the fucking in the chat. Goddamn. Y'all got a minute
What
to
are the
do
numbers again?
it. If you think is anything, so 7. So out of the criteria, how many think you had in total? 7 is a
Baby
is
Ray.
a yeah. So 7 is baby red pill. 8 was like y'all the little levels. Not y'all taking your time to put the numbers in there.
Isn't it out of 9, not 10, Coconut?
Yeah, it's 9. Coconut just making shit up.
I hit the wrong number. It was 8.
Too late now.
Don't you take my 7.
I ain't told 6. Cha said 6. Okay. 7, 8. Alright. Average is 8. We're going with 8. So it's 8 out of 9. That's an NPC diagnosis. So Sharon, this is from the DSM. That's DSM-5, the criteria for narcissistic personality disorder. Based on the questions we asked you, you had 8 out of the 9 criteria. You can go ahead and do additional research, whatever you want. Reach out to a mental health specialist.
Say that last part again.
If you feel like you want to reach out to a mental health specialist, but based on the patterns in what you were saying, we picked up on 8 of the criteria for narcissistic personality disorder.
Okay.
Can I say something really quick? Just really quick. Okay. We need as women need to get better at recognizing a person like this. And I'm going to talk about you like you're not here. So what is going on is this person doesn't want to be in a relationship with women because he doesn't like women. If you like women, you can't help but fall in love with a woman when she's compatible with you. This guy doesn't like women, but he knows that these feminist talking points are how we can get in women's pants. Come on, people.
That's not what's going on.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. Like, that's what's happening here. We need to get better at recognizing this when it's right in front of us. Like, he told us exactly who he is. Come on.
Yeah, because that whole like friends with benefits situation, I find it very hard to believe that you weren't stringing that woman along and doing things that put her in that situation to where she believed that you guys were in a relationship, and then all of a sudden you flip the script and be like,
No.
"Oh no, that's not what I wanted."
No,
Nah, I
she
find
did
that
not
hard to
think that.
believe.
She did not.
I find that very hard to believe.
Yeah, no gratification, and then don't actually like fall in love with them or want to spend any time with them beyond that. Like that, you don't. Let's not let ourselves be gaslit anymore. We gotta walk ourselves out of that programming. Like, just it's right in front of our faces.
I don't know, Liz. I'm feeling attacked right now. I'm catching strays.
If it would apply, let it fly. But hold up, real quick. Men don't have seed, y'all. Sharon, do you understand that you don't have seed? If there was a seed, it would be a woman, correct? You got that?
Oh, he can't come off mute, Shamron.
Oh, I think you can't find it.
Oh, my bad. The reason why I said that is because last time I remember seeing the word sperma means seed. So I get what you're saying. It's not an actual seed, but that's what the word itself means.
So didn't you say you reject the Abrahamic religions because you know that even though it's widely believed around the world, you know that it's a tool used to deceive people, correct?
All right.
So we talk about a Greek word about overinflating the importance of a male sperm, then that shouldn't be any contest to that.
Well, again, when I was speaking about it, I was speaking about it from the perspective that other men speak about it. That's what we say. We say, "Oh, well, we plant the seed."
Nigger freaking muted me, you
Well, if
goddamn
we,
niggers. I hope you
brother,
freaking
Yo,
fat
shut
niggers. I hope you get
up.
lynched,
this is
nigger,
a
nigger,
Shut
nigger,
conversation.
nigger, nigger,
up.
nigger, nigger.
He needed that to go
Damn.
to bed. That's all. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Yes. What I was saying was the perspective that I was speaking about it from that angle. It was how other men speak about it. Like they always say, "Oh, well, men plant the seed, and women are just incubators and stuff like that." That's how a lot of men speak about it. So when I was asked about, do I think that conception starts at an erection? That's the perspective that a lot of men have. So we can say that, "Oh, well, we're the ones that plant the seeds." Then we need to be the ones to take responsibility for when we get women pregnant. That was the perspective I was coming from when I was speaking on that.
So it sounds like you're not really doing much deconstructing with that if you're still using Abrahamic concepts in a conversation about conception.
the the point of me saying that was to is
No.
a further indictment
No.
of men.
No. Who else wanted to say something?
Me?
Well, I mean,
Can I say something?
yeah, go ahead, Judge.
Now, this is not, I have never defended a man in my life, ever. Well, that's
Not
not
you
true,
trying to do it
probably.
now.
No, I know I'm not defending him. But what I took from the survey and his answers was that he was pink pill at most, because he has self-awareness that he understood consent. He understood that, that gender roles aren't ideal. And friends with benefits does mean that you have a superficial relationship where you might do some occasional dates, but it doesn't have to be deeper than that. And often people will get an idea that it needs to be more. I know that in the early days of me doing friends with benefits, there had been a time when I was a bit like that, but there has also been men who have been like that, and I've not wanted any of that. But it has been at the offset, the discussion that this is a physical relationship with, occasional chats and dates. But when there's like an expectation that you're going to respond to every text message or phone call, then I cut it off because I don't want that. And that's where I understood where he was coming from. As long as the person's been upfront about it, then I don't see what the issue is.
But
I also
Chacha,
believe
why don't you want to be in a relationship with men though? What is the reason?
because I just don't want to.
Because you don't like.
I
Do
actually
you like
my
men
own
very
house.
much?
They don't come to me. What's that?
You don't like men very much, correct?
Yeah, I don't really like them that much. Until they prove otherwise.
You see, exactly.
But that doesn't mean to say I'm harming them.
I get it,
I'm not
Lord.
harming them.
Yeah, because we as women don't have the same capacity to do harm to men as they have to do to us. Because we live in a
Yes.
patriarchy.
But that doesn't mean to say that he doesn't have empathy or can see where other men are harming women.
No, she's talking
No,
about
I think
him. She's saying that we have a reason why we don't want to be in a relationship because they use us, they want our labor, blah blah blah, all the negative things. But she's saying if women are awesome like we are, then why don't you want to be with a woman? You don't have
Right, and you're
those
not going around claiming that you love men, right?
No, I'm not.
Absolutely not. No. Oh, you talking?
I'm not talking to you. I'm never talking to you.
No, I don't go. Yeah, I don't pretend that
Right, and he
I love them.
is.
No, I'm not.
Pretend that he.
Yeah, but you
saying
kinda
that he
are.
loves women, but he like can't stand one enough to like actually have anything remotely serious with one. Come on, it doesn't add up.
So why are you assuming that the issue is with her and not with me?
Anyway.
What are you? Okay. This is a man still saying that the sperm is the seed, but go off, bro.
I'm not actually saying that. Again, the perspective was that that's how many men speak about it. So again, if she asked me, do I think that conception starts with the erection, then absolutely. So many times we as men have always said that, okay, well, we're the ones that plant the seed. Okay, well, if that's the concept, if that's the perspective that so many men come from, then it should behoove us that we're the ones that are causing these pregnancies and we need to be the ones held accountable. That's the perspective I'm speaking about.
But since you say you are deconstruction from patriarchy and from Abrahamics, why are you still using their terms?
Because regardless of whether these men adhere to that ideology or not, that's how so many men still refer to it. I've heard men that are like me, non-religious, but still use these terms to describe how we are the ones that are really more important to the birthing process and why we should have more say over what women do with their bodies because we're the ones that put our seed in the woman. I don't necessarily think that, but I understand that's what other men say and that's how other men think about not only our
Hold
sperm,
on,
but also what
real
we do.
quick, because you saying three. Hold up, pause. I did ask for clarification. And another thing I just want to say real quick. No, I'm gonna be honest, and I know everybody don't agree, and I don't give a fuck. I don't think more of y'all need to step up and take care of no kids. I think a lot of y'all need to get the fuck out these kids' lives. To be honest, I think women should be more supportive of each other, and we recognize that like if we want to have kids, they are our children, and we need to raise them, keep them the fuck away from y'all. Cause something wrong with y'all, and y'all just want to destroy children. Cause y'all egotistical, and you care so much about like your God complex and passing on your mentality than you do the next generation. So that's my perspective of it. So like, no, I don't think that at all. I think y'all need to get the fuck away from kids. Get the fuck away out of the house. Go somewhere. Get the fuck away. That's just the way I see it.
Hold
Where the
on,
fuck
bro.
you
Hold
come
on.
from? No, you come back when we done. Who the
Got a
fuck like that
question.
nigga?
Shinron. So Shinron, the reason I have a question about this is when she said you're not being in a relationship, you're like, how do you know it's not me? I'm the reason. That's a little bit contradictory because you spent 7 years deconstructing, understanding all of this stuff. You don't need to go to therapy. You're healed. So what is it? If you're healed and you're saying I'm good, I
It's
need to be in that space, but I'm also not good enough to be in a relationship. What space are you in? It's not adding up.
because like if me being here from that situation doesn't mean that I'm still not a man and I still don't see various attractive women that I might want to be intimate with, so to speak. The last time I was in a relationship, I wasn't experiencing these type of feelings, right? So if I'm at a point where okay, I know that I still want to pretty much be with multiple women, um, that's has something to do with me. That's not having anything to do with the fact that okay, these women are bad or these women aren't good enough or whatever. It's literally the fact that I see women that I find to be attractive. If I want to approach these women, or if I'm still having thoughts in my head of saying, okay, wow, I would want to pursue this woman, or I would want to be with this woman. To me that's saying like I don't necessarily want to be in a relationship, but it's
Because
not
you see
necessarily
women
that.
as objects. That's what
That's
happens when
me
you see women
finding
as
that women are
objects.
attractive. That doesn't mean that women are objects.
Shinron, I don't think you've healed from finding out that your dad cheated on your mom.
Two
What
I
things.
think
makes
that's where
you?
all that's coming from. Because all of it, because going back to the 5 traits you find admirable in a woman, again, the compassion and empathy, that's something you want someone to give you, but you are not in relationships with people to practice that for yourself. And this whole I want to be a whole phase or kind of reads as a fear of monogamy because you have not healed from that trauma of your father cheating on your mom.
Uh,
That
not,
and that's what therapy is for. You need to work that out.
but it wasn't an issue in my last relationship, so I don't think it's really that.
You haven't really gone to a therapist to actually figure out if that's the case or not.
Right.
I Here's what I will say. Right quick, Dex. Here's what I will say. The reason why my last relationship ended had nothing to do with infidelity or wanting to be unfaithful or anything like that, or anything linked to my past. It actually had to do with my working environment. So it
Yeah,
didn't stop
okay.
me from being in that relationship.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about the seed part that's stick out to me is we wasn't asking you about what other men think. We was asking you about you, but you chose to go the route of what men think. So you didn't talk about what you believe it is. You didn't speak the actual truth, which is I mean that's what sticks out for me there. And even in this situation here with us going through this after, you didn't figure that out yet. I mean, you're still kind of justifying it. Um, the other thing is that therapy thing. So that the way you talk about therapy and the way you talk about yourself, it it is definitely a red flag because you do think that you don't need it because you think you figured everything out.
The
That in
grandiose.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it for that situation that I spoke about.
wait,
What?
no,
No,
wait,
you
wait.
said I'm 31 and I think I'm good and I can coast on through life with what I've learned at this point. I have figured it out. So that's the grandiose sense of self. I don't need to bounce this off anyone else. No one else needs to give me feedback like a therapist. That's what we mean in that point.
Yeah, because even when you said, well, you brought up like you didn't see a black therapist, this and that. Yeah, that's something I could see. Well, all right, I could kind of take that, but even when I ask you about, what about now? Like if you would do it now, you basically said you self-diagnosed, which is insane. Um,
Uh,
it
That's a
really
respectfully.
crazy amount of ego
So,
right
Don't
there.
talk to me and
well,
he said I'm okay.
yeah, it's no, but
well,
that in itself, and let me just finish. Let me just finish. Right?
okay.
So that in itself shows that you really you really wouldn't work on yourself because you think you're already there, right? So like, and now it's coming across a little bit performative to me. I'll just be straight up because deconstruction doesn't it never ends, right? Because it's a lot, right? There's a lot of things that we need
Hmm.
to deconstruct, and there's a lot of things we need to work on. And for you to just make it seem that you there, that alone is a very big red flag to me.
So to respond to that, I think it was you that asked me the question. As far as therapy goes, I said in relation to that situation that I spoke about, having to do with that relationship. Um, Again, the issue that caused me to pretty much act out was the fact that I was physically assaulted, like violently physically assaulted, and I ended up going through PTSD and anxiety. So when I say that it doesn't have anything to do with my upbringing, why my last relationship ended, that's what I meant. And when I say that it was something that caused me to, start acting different, whatever, and I ended up getting a handle on it. And I did say that I had talked to other people. I did talk to like even a psychiatrist of sorts because at the job that I was at, there were some people there that I could talk to, and then they ended up going to like another department, and then that was it. But based on the things that I talked to about them, and also me talking to other people that had went through similar experiences, I was able to kind of bring myself from the brink years ago from that scenario.
So
This happened
again,
in July of 2017.
okay.
It's
So
February
so,
2025 now.
so run. So again, what it is you're doing here right now is also an issue because you're trying to justify it, right? So, and this is something that men who haven't deconstructed will do. This is a defense mechanism right now you're doing, right? Because now you're saying, well, I talked to certain people, and so I mean, that's just confirmation bias at that point. Like, I mean, because I talked to this person and now I kind of change because I'm not going through this situation. So that means I'm okay. Like, what I mean? So now I actually solve it because and now I don't need it. And so like that is self-diagnose. You're trying to self-diagnose, and you're trying to give yourself this pat in the back that, all right, I can do this. And, I'm very self-aware of this and that and the other. That is literally a red flag because you wouldn't go get the help that you actually need. You wouldn't even go and talk to someone to see if you did do a good job or not. You ain't go to see if I still have things that I didn't even think of. You're not even going down that route. You just saying you good because you talk to certain people in your workplace.
Well, I mean, some of those people were licensed. Like I said, they were licensed and they have gone to a different location. And then there were people that went through similar type of things that I did talk to as well.
Right.
They
And
did let me, read some of the literature and stuff.
Doing it again. You're doing it again.
Also, the lack of a close circle or having friends is a way to make sure that only you get to vote on you at all times. So that's something about community. So when we say, oh, we talk on the back end and I've got 10 or 12 people, that I'm talking to and I'm expressing things, I'm getting 11 different point of views and feedbacks and experiences so people can help me work through things. But when you're solo, again, you can look in the mirror and be like, you good, I'm good. And there's no one there to give you any feedback. And that is stunting growth. Just letting you know.
But I'm literally saying that there were various people that I talked to.
Not then, now. Now. Not having close relationships romantically, not having close friends, saying I'm kind of a solo. My dad was kind of solo, it's kind of good. That lets you stay where you are. Just like, you know, you're not going to be uncomfortable because there's no one there to make you uncomfortable. You get to sign off on every decision you make and be like, this is great, and that's it. So there is no feedback. That's what I'm saying. That's what you lack if you don't have community and you don't try to build relationships. Some people don't do it because they don't trust themselves and they just say they don't trust other people, right? What it comes down to is not trusting yourself. So when you go, I don't mess with people because they trash, what it is you don't trust your discernment. You don't trust your ability to break away. You don't trust your ability to judge people and then pivot if it's not healthy. You don't trust that you can gain something from a situation, even if it's negative, and walk away unscathed or what have you, and get some wisdom from it. There are lots of reasons why people don't connect, but that you should look into.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay, one more thing. If you'll notice, he had a lot to say about how men should be to their wives when they're married, and how when he gets married, he's going to do this. He's going to have a divorce fund for his wife. He's going to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, provide for her, this, that, the third. That is all, those promises are all real easy to make, and a real easy way for a man like him to make himself look good when you never get married and you never have any plans to get married. Of course he can
I would do it in a relationship too.
he can promise his theoretical non-existent wife the world, of course. But she's still theoretical and non-existent, and he has no plans to change that.
How do you
So
know?
what is that? So what
Because you're in situationships right
Yeah.
now. You're in long distance relationships. You just
No,
told us
I'm
that
not.
you don't have close
Hold up,
relationships.
y'all. Hold up, y'all.
I'm
Real
not in long
quick.
distance
Hold up, real
relationship.
quick. Real quick. If y'all ain't here, can y'all like gift the people on the panel if y'all got coins? I know. Everybody can't, but I'm just reminding people. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, no, you're not putting yourself in position to even get close to having a girlfriend, let alone a wife. So all these, well, I'm gonna, how are you gonna do anything if you're not even in the places to begin with?
Well, that's why I said I would be willing to do it, even if it wasn't a quote unquote wife. Like,
Yeah, but you just said you had like a situationship where this was a young lady or young woman who was doing these things for you, you know, but you kind of gave the
this was years ago. This was years ago, and we were at least like 2 to 3 hours apart. We weren't necessarily together. It was supposed to be like a friend with benefits type thing.
And yet I strongly believe you were doing actions in which just brought this young lady to think that there could have been more in a relationship. And then when it got too much for you, you pumped the brakes.
No, the literal agreement was that we would be friends with benefits again because we stayed 2 to 3 hours apart, and I was working 4 days with 12 to 16 hour shifts, and then I would go into work overtime a lot.
Okay,
So
So how is it that you guys have this agreement, right? You're 2 or 3 hours away, and yet somehow this young lady is starting to think that she starts to want something more.
because
So obviously you are doing actions not of a friend of benefits, but actions of a boyfriend.
So what would be the difference
With
between the
the
actions of a friend with benefit and the actions of a boyfriend?
you putting compassion and empathy into it. So you probably put compassion and empathy into your actions, and she got attached. And because she got attached, your insecurities jumped out. And suddenly you're like, oh wait, no, this is not what I wanted. I just wanted sex.
Right, but if I'm that type of person by nature,
No, but hold up. Didn't someone ask you when was your last relationship?
yeah.
Right. But the way you
7
said it
years ago.
before, yeah, no, 7 years ago, and it was for about a year and a half, right?
Yes.
But the way you described it earlier, that it was a relationship, not a friends with benefits.
That was two separate things. I'm talking about two separate things. It's two separate women. That's what I'm saying. The friends with benefit thing that I'm referring to was after my relationship. That's why I was trying to tell her that no, I'm not trying to be in a relationship, because I already knew that I still had to heal, not only from whatever we went through at the end of our relationship, but also still dealing with the trauma and working through that. That's
And
why I
yet
told her
she
that.
still caught
Hold on. You told
feelings.
her. Hold on. You told her you didn't want to be in a relationship. So she wanted to be in a relationship at some point.
That's why I told you she wanted to pretty much switch things up. That's why I told you the one instance where I had that did not end amicably was the one where she tried to like make it be more than what it was. I'm like, look, I have all this
No,
going
was she
on.
trying to make it? Was she trying to make it be more than what it was, or was she expressing natural feelings and you just was pulling
She
back?
was trying to make it be more than what it was. She was trying to actually make me like be in an actual relation. I'm like, why?
He said, "No, I don't actually like women. I just say I do to get in their
This
pants."
is
I mean, the thing that's bothering me right now is when I can't remember who it is asking, when was your last relationship? And you said a year and a half. We didn't ask you about a friends with benefits. Like, you didn't describe anything to do with. So,
no,
like,
but somebody else asked me a different question. The relationship, my actual relationship was a year and a half. This whole thing, that was 2017 to 2018. What I'm talking about now happened like in 2019.
So it was a rebound.
No, it wasn't no rebound. Because a rebound would actually be me saying, okay, well, I'm trying to get in a relationship. That's not what I was trying to do. I was not trying to be in a relationship.
Well, that's not the only requirement for a rebound.
I thought when
The
somebody was
rebound would have been way before
hold
that,
up,
if that's the
I had a
case.
question. I thought when somebody's poly, right, you look for somebody who's looking for that type of connection, right? Or like, is it not unethical to get in a relationship with someone, whether you want to deem it a relationship or not, but have relations with someone who clearly want to follow the traditional course of getting into a relationship? You don't think that's unethical to still pursue that person?
She agreed that that's not what she wanted.
No. That's not what I asked you.
Oh, yes, I do agree. Yes.
You agree what?
That it's unethical to try and pretty much say that you are this way as far as relationships go, and then to get in a relationship with somebody when that's on the same thing when you know that you're not.
But it's unethical to pretend you like women when you know you don't, just to get in their pants. Like, he's not being
But
ethical
I do,
any
because I
step of the
can
way.
value
So
women outside of sexual intercourse.
don't answer me
No,
when
you
I answer,
don't.
please,
Yes,
sir. No.
No, you don't. You can even give like 5 qualities of your mom that had nothing to do with her service to other people or what she could do for you or your dad or for anyone else outside of herself. So there's a part of you, a big part of
I'm gonna
you.
psych you out.
Okay. Okay. But there's a part of you, or a big part of you, that only sees women as utility for you and your needs and for your own personal growth. Now land.
I mean, imagine proclaiming you love women so much, but like not loving any actual woman. You love the idea of women.
Not even that though. To pursue someone and be like, well, I don't want to follow the rules of relationship because I don't really want that, but I still want to have sex with you. But I know that you want something monogamous and still pursue that person. That's downright evil. Like, find somebody who's on the same wavelength as you.
Yeah.
I know we're still talking about Shan, but
Why are you so low? Who's that? Who that whispering in the phone?
I don't know what's wrong with my phone. Shit.
Oh, there you go. Not the noise canceling you out. That's
I
wild.
laid the phone down. I should have put it on my bedside table. It's my bad. I am laughing. Y'all always know I got to bring some comedic relief, but I disagree with the prompt. It's killing me. You literally. It's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. How do
It's like it's a whole cycle.
It's a
like
it's
you
a
agree, you
definition.
disagree.
Oh my god, I'm loving this shit. Not tonight, y'all. Don't start with this
I
shit now.
want. Now I want to hear.
Oh my
Since
god,
you
I'm
brought
going
it
on
Disagree
mute.
up.
with
I'm going
photosynthesis?
on mute.
No. Evan, tell us why you disagree with the prompt, Evan.
Hello. First, I just want to say thank you for having me join the panel. It's a pleasure to be with you guys tonight. But I was more so disagreeing with the description of where it says idolize, because it says excessive flattery and affection to build trust and emotional attachment. Well, I would say that isn't the form of any emotional connection validating someone's feelings?
So we're talking about love bombing.
So then I would
Excessive.
be,
No, pause.
I
You
would,
see the word excessive? You see the word excessive right there? You read it a second
yeah,
ago. What does that
yeah.
mean?
Well, excessive, I guess, is kind of unnecessary, or to an extent of what it's unnecessary, but I would argue that that's subjective.
No.
Excessive is subjective?
No, it's either
Yeah.
excessive or it's not. So even if you say it's subjective, right? It's not like whatever, right? You still realize it's excessive. Like, come on, it's not like a tally mark.
Yeah.
You know if it's too much.
Yeah,
But hold up.
I think
But
we
hold
can
up.
acknowledge that.
Hold up, pause. Did you come in here and you wanted to argue about the first cycle of narcissistic abuse?
I mean, I just wanted to have a
And
conversation.
I just want to make
to
sure
be
we're
honest.
clear. You came in and you like, oh, the first part of the narc cycle, I disagree with that shit. Love bombing. Why these niggas lying about love bombing? I must go up there and disagree with the prompt. Is that the conversation we having right now? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
There's
really
also another
confused.
thing I
I'm
wanted
confused. Yeah. So
Evan,
you want to argue? Just say you wanted to argue. You just wanted to argue, didn't you?
I didn't want to argue.
No,
that.
I'm asking for a reason. Hold on, real quick. You did want to argue. Why do you think you are so combative? Why do you think you want to argue?
Well, I don't think I want to argue. I mean, I don't
No.
think just because we
All right,
disagree, it's an
all
argument.
right. That's it. Why do you want to argue?
I don't believe that. I don't want to argue. I just want to educate myself.
You want to argue about a word, and you just made that shit up. You just kind of going with it. A word. The first
What?
stage of narc
Well, what did I?
abuse. This chart
What
is
did I make up?
not. I created. Hold up. Pause. I made the chart, but this isn't my information. This is widely known information. So are you saying that you disagree with that? Have you done like some peer review reading or something? Like, how did you come to that conclusion, sir?
Well, I didn't claim that the whole thing was wrong. I was just saying that
No.
I wouldn't
It
describe
don't
it as that
matter.
way.
I know you don't think love bombing is a thing. Tell us how you got to that conclusion.
How I got to the conclusion of what? Of why I think that
No,
validating
you
somebody's
confused.
emotions
No,
it
you
can be used in
confused.
a lot of terms.
No, you're confused. I literally just explained it.
I mean, I just wanted to educate myself.
No, you don't. You want to argue.
Not necessarily. I mean, can I ask you a
Yeah, you
different?
didn't say flat out no. You said not necessarily because you do want to argue. That's why you're here.
I mean, I could see how your point of view might
Why do you think
see
y'all?
it that
That's
way,
what I'm
but
saying. I wonder why men think. Like, why do y'all think y'all so obsessed with arguing with women all the time? Like, what does
I
that do
don't.
for you? Hold on. Hold on. Why is it that you struggle to go to sleep at night unless you can find an argument? Right? Like, why do you think that is? Why do you think that's something you want to do right for bed, or when you wake up in the morning, you like, I must find someone to argue with? Why do you think the obsession is there?
Well, ma'am, I'm not obsessed with
No,
arguing.
no,
Like
no,
I
no.
said,
I
my
asked you,
mind.
why do you think it's there? I didn't ask you to explain it. I'm asking you, why do you think it's there?
I couldn't tell you why other people think the way that they do.
You
I can tell
like
you why I think.
self-awareness. So you like self-awareness. Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing,
Yeah, you
can I ask, Evan, how old are you?
I'm 22, miss.
Right, okay, so you've come onto this panel as a fetus to say that the
just call him in a
cycle,
fetus.
yeah,
He's a
Oh my
fetus.
god.
the
No, that's
cycle,
crazy.
the cycle
He
of
still needs
narcissistic
time to bake.
abuse, exactly, that's wrong based on your feelings and vibes.
Well, I didn't say that that's wrong. I just said that I wouldn't describe it that way.
Yeah, but
You
how,
said
what
excessive is
qualifies you? What
subjective.
qualifies you as a as a fetus? What qualifies you to understand the cycle of narcissistic abuse and say, do you know what? That isn't what I believe in, or that's not how I understand it. What is your basis or education, or like I said, where are you getting that's wrong?
Well, I didn't study mental health, but I've been to a therapist. I mean, ever since I was younger. So I mean,
Like I
I
said,
guess I'm not really
just going off
in that.
vibes, really. It's just vibes. It's not based in reality.
Well,
That's all it
to your
is, though,
point,
Evan,
I
because
never studied psychology, so I guess nobody
exactly.
that
But
anybody that doesn't
you
study
didn't study
psychology is gonna have to say
psychology,
something opinion.
but you assume then that this information we've just pulled out our arse, and not the fact that it is based on psychology or different kind of a psychological readings and everything else, that this is what it says, what narcissistic cycle looks like. You're assuming that this is just because it's colourful. I think you confused it with one of your, like pop-up books and thought, nah, I don't agree with that. That's what it seems like.
I mean, I was gonna say I read November by Colleen Hoover. I don't really read any pop-up books, but
Oh, good for you.
Evan, we just
Thank you.
clowning you because this is literally the only prompt no one has ever said they disagree with, and she's ran it for like
No,
a
I
year
don't,
because it's
bro. I don't.
it's science. It's straight out of a book. Like,
I understand,
please stop. I'm getting embarrassed for you.
He says
ma'am.
excessive
Well,
is
I
subjective as
understand.
if the word doesn't have a concrete definition. Like,
Well,
sir.
yeah, excessive is considered what's too much. I mean, for example, somebody can consider excessive eating to be me eating 3 chicken legs instead of eating 2. That's subjective.
No, now you're arguing semantics. Don't do that.
Well, that's what I
Hold
argued.
up.
Don't
Hold up.
weaponize your
Hold up.
therapy.
Pause.
Yeah.
Hold
I
up.
never
Hold up.
I never disagreed with the whole prompt.
Star. Hold up. The reason I had you read excessive so that you can understand it wasn't just regular affection, but just because I
Yeah.
point out that word is not, pause for a second. Calm down.
I'm calm.
The thing is, it's a one word and a statement. Did you read the full statement?
Yeah, I know. I read the full statement.
And you still got here?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't notice, when she had me join, I read it out loud. So I don't know how you guys are gonna say I didn't read it out loud, but
Oh, not you being feisty. It should have
I think you need to read it out loud.
I did read it out loud. You want me to read it out loud again?
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
No. Let him read it out loud. I want him to read it out.
It says, idealize excessive flattery and affection to build trust and emotional attachment.
You did it.
Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that, guys.
And
Thank you,
you
ma'am.
still disagree. Okay.
No, I agree with that
Credit
statement.
to you.
I agree with
Oh,
the
hold
statement.
up.
I never said I
You
disagree
agree
with
with
the
the
statement.
What?
I agree with the statement. I just wouldn't
Yes,
word
you
it that
did.
way.
You were in the comments and you said, I disagree.
I know you fucking
Yeah, I
lying.
did say that. I did say
You
that.
disagree. And then
But
you
once I
said
came,
excessive is subjective. I'm like, sir, what the fuck?
well, I did, that's why I came up on here. I wanted to describe it. I mean, I've been nothing but respectful to you guys. I just don't understand why women come.
No, the fact that you
Gaslighting.
said
You
that
said I
excessive is
disagree with
subjective
the
is
prompt,
disrespectful.
sir. I couldn't wait to get to
Well,
you because you
the first thing
disagreed
I
with
said,
it. Stop.
the first thing I said was I read it out loud, and then I said I wouldn't describe it as, that exact way, and then I went on to say that I think that excessive is subjective, and that emotionating anyone's feelings is a form of connecting emotionally.
What?
That's all I said.
Evans.
What's going on?
I think you are too young to have this conversation at the level that you
Maybe
need
I
to
am.
understand it.
That's why I was just trying
You
to. I'm
definitely
trying to
are.
educate myself.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Better.
Well, if I wasn't, I wouldn't come on here. Right? I would
I
just go
think
through
you need to
TikTok
go
watching
back
brain
to
rot
I
videos.
think you need to go back to high school.
Evans.
So hold up.
That's kind
Go
of
ahead.
crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Evans. Quick question.
That's
Why did you
that's crazy disrespectful.
why did you
Yo.
lie?
I'd never say anything disrespectful.
Evans.
Oh, too bad. I'm a disrespectful person. Get
Why
over
did
it.
you lie,
No, I'm
Evans?
sorry to hear that.
Evans.
What's that?
Why did you lie?
What did I lie about?
You came up here and you said you disagree, and now you're saying you agree.
Well, I texted that I disagreed, but I didn't say that I disagreed.
When you text, what do you mean? When you
Yeah, I do disagree.
wait,
I do disagree.
wait. When you text something, do you think you're saying something or not saying something?
Yeah, I did say that technically.
So why
Like I
did
said,
you
and then
say? Wait, hold on. So why did you say you didn't say it, but you texted?
because I elaborated more so on what I disagreed with.
But you just said you agree with that. You didn't disagree.
I mean, I apologize. I apologize that in the chat. I didn't specifically write. I disagree with the term idealize on the prompt. I apologize. I didn't word it that way.
No,
No,
you
you
came up
said
here
I
and said
disagree
it.
with the prompt.
You said it.
I know.
up here
That's
with
why
your own
I know that.
right.
That's why I just told you. I apologize that I didn't express it word for word as I should have. I apologize.
Dude.
Okay, you
You know,
apologise, but can I just
insight
say,
thoughts.
yeah, the other thing is as well, there is no reason why you could disagree with this statement unless you're a psychologist or unless you've researched it to do otherwise. So I think it just seems like a lot of male entitlement, in fact, a lot of fetus entitlement, that you can come on to this panel and say that what you have gotten from psychological journals and different things is wrong. When you don't have any full understanding of the cycle of narc abuse, you're just, like I said, basing it off your vibes, basing it off of how you feel, but there's no real content behind what you're saying. It's just that you want to come up here and argue, like Tara had said. That's the audacity of a 22-year-old fetus, to come up here and do that. It's
Well, I
so
don't think I
weird
like
though.
that.
Can you not see that? Can you not see how that's really bizarre? Could you imagine a 6-year-old saying to you how you pronounce the word psycho is wrong?
I didn't say how you pronounce a word. I'm just saying.
No, it's not about that. I'm
And
saying if a 6-year-old child come up to you and said, you're pronouncing the word psycho wrong, I disagree with how you say it, then that's
that would be
the
like that's your
equivalency of
opinion.
what you're doing now. You're
I would
coming up
tell them
here
that's
and
your
saying that
opinion.
this is wrong, and that's the equivalent of it. It's just really strange. And it just speaks to that sense of privilege and entitlement that you have to disagree with a prompt that is based in science and psychology. That's weird.
Okay. Well, then I'll sit up here and I acknowledge that I was wrong, Cha-Cha. You know, I was
Thank you
wrongfully
very
wrong.
much. Thank you.
And I would just like to
No
educate
apology
myself.
needed.
So
Just
I would.
no apology needed. Just accepting that you were wrong.
Thank you. Can I ask to put back to the prompt so somebody that's I'm assuming one of you must be a psychologist can explain it to me?
Evans.
No, you're not paying me
I
enough
mean, I
for your
didn't study
labor.
mental health. So.
Evans, I'm still waiting for my answer. Why did you lie?
What's that? I mean, damn, bro. Bro is coming for me, chat. I'm getting roasted. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, Evans.
I was out here looking for
Are you
a political
intelligent
lie. I
enough
was
to
trying to
answer
know.
a simple question? Are you intelligent enough?
Yeah, I answered it. I answered it already for you, but I was just saying, damn, bro. I was looking for Trump supporters to argue with, and like, because I'm a
Go
social
argue with Trump
democrat.
supporters. Why are
And
you here? We don't
I
care
found
about
this
your
live,
social
and I was just trying to,
democratism. Shut up. Shut up. We don't care about
bro.
that.
I'm just trying to educate myself, bro, on mental health.
Then go read a book.
Keep scrolling, Evan.
Evans.
What book do you recommend?
Evans.
You're not
You
paying
didn't
me enough
answer
for
my
the
question.
labor.
Hey, Evans.
Yes, sir.
Why did you lie?
Well, I answered that before, so
You
I'm not
didn't
sure if you
answer it.
from memory
No.
loss or what.
You did not answer it.
What's that?
The reason I'm asking it is because you didn't answer it.
I just told you. Why? I just told you I misunderstood the situation.
No, that is
Yeah,
not.
so, wait. So you
Wait,
asked me
wait,
a
wait.
question. Wait. So you asked me a question. I answered the
Wait.
question.
You didn't miss
And
it.
then you tell me I'm wrong.
Hold on.
So are you a psychologist?
Wait. Hold on. No.
So who you would tell me that I'm wrong?
I could figure out when someone
Come
is
on, bro.
gaslighting, right? Because not only did people talk to you about it numerous times, and you still jump around for like 15, 20 minutes now. You've been jumping around, right? So I'm asking you,
I mean,
after
I
all
want
that,
to move on
right?
to the next thing, but you guys are staying on it.
Evans.
So I don't know who's jumping around.
Evans.
Seems like
No,
you are.
you was jumping around with you agree and disagree, right? Because you came
Yeah.
up here disagreeing. So again, and then you said, while we talking, then you said, well, I agree. but then you say you disagree in the same sentence again. So that's why I'm
Dex,
asking you, why
can I
are
ask
you
you,
lying?
are you being for real right now, or is this rage bait? Like, are you just trolling me, or like
No,
what?
no, no, no. This is a serious question because you
Yeah,
contradicted
but
yourself.
you the one who came up here to argue.
You're being 100% real. This is not rage bait. You're being for real.
You said you was
Dude, are you being for real?
You said he was looking for
I
Trump
swear
to
to
put him
God,
in the fight. This is
on my
not the
mom's life,
live.
bro. On my mom's life.
No,
I'm being
don't
for
swear on
real.
your mom. She ain't got nothing to do with your poor decisions in life, okay?
Right.
That's all on you.
Whoa, hey, I just
Yeah,
I
no.
swear on my mom's life. I love my mom.
No, don't swear on your mom. Swear on your own life. Don't
That's
get
why I
caught
swear on my own life.
So this is what happened just now, right? You tried to not answer it and then go into a different conversation, and that's why it didn't answer the question. So that's why we're here.
Okay,
Gotta
so
do that.
so I acknowledge that I was wrong, and so my question then to you is: do you want to move on and have a conversation past that, or do you just want to harp on the fact that I was wrong over and over again?
No, I'm not trying to get to. I know you was wrong from the get go, because it was
Yeah, so I just answered you.
right. No. I'm trying to find out the why, the motivation for you to lie. That's what I'm asking.
I just told you I didn't lie on purpose. I just told you I misunderstood the situation. I miscommunicated it. So I answered your question. You can ask me the same question. I'm gonna continue to answer it the same way. So I'm gonna answer you the same exact way. So let me ask you again. Do you want to have a productive
Wait.
conversation?
So which one
Or
it
do you
is?
want to
Which
ask
one?
me the same question?
Wait, hold up. You said something again that was crazy. First, you said you
What?
misunderstood it, and then you say you miscommunicated.
Yeah, I
So
misunderstood it and I miscommunicated it.
which one is it? Because if you miscommunicate something, that means you just said it the wrong way. So it didn't change your
Well, I
belief.
miscommunicated. I miscommunicated it. I misarticulated the way that I wanted to speak and communicate it to you guys, right? And I misunderstood, I guess, what the prompt really was, and that's my fault. So it can be two.
I don't want to hear him no more. I muted him.
Hold
He
up.
said all that to say that he
Let me
doesn't
just
read.
say this. Hold up. Not you came up
You
here
said
and try to
that I don't read.
argue.
It's crazy.
Hold up. Pause. You try to argue some shit you didn't understand. And then
Man, I
when
don't
you
know why you're
realize,
cursing everybody.
hold up. When you realize you fucked up, royally fucked up. Now you trying to still save face? Is you listen?
Nah, I'm not. I'm trying to tell you that I know I fucked up.
Hold up. Now you crashing out because you unmuting. It's over. Y'all have to understand, like, sir, when you missed the point. When Dark Horse said not him disagreeing with the prompt, and it was an educational slide, it was already over at that point.
All right.
There, you get no. Listen,
So then why
you
are we
don't get a
arguing then?
win, sir. You don't
So
get
why
the
y'all arguing with
win.
me? So why y'all
Lord.
arguing with me then?
You now you want to
It sounds like we all agree.
This is
It
a
sounds like
crash.
we all agree that.
This is still a crash out. You sit here trying to like you want the win
You know what a
so
crash out
fucking
is?
bad that you gonna crash out this way, sir.
So Evans,
Gonna
this
go out
is
like
what
this,
I
bro?
Cursing at me and calling me sir is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That's
So
why.
You gonna go out this
Does your
way?
mum know you're using her Wi-Fi to do this?
What
Does she
happened?
know?
Wi-Fi?
Does she know that you're using her Wi-Fi to come up here and try to correct adults? I think we should have words. In fact, I'm going to write you a note
I mean, I don't know. You
to
can
give to your
contact my mom
mother.
on Facebook. Her
Y'all
name's
try to call
Eva
that
Espinoza,
man
bro, and then you can
Peters.
contact her.
Like this shit been over before it got started.
So
Yes, I mean,
Evans,
you can contact my mom on
Disagree with the
Facebook. She'll talk to you.
infographic. What the fuck?
Evans, the reason why I'm on you is because you did come up here to argue, right? And you didn't even take the
Okay.
time to read this, right? You didn't take your time to read it. You didn't take time to understand.
Well, I just read the first.
Wait, hold on,
thing, and then you
just
guys cut
finish.
me off because I didn't even get to finish my statement. But
Hold up. You didn't. You came and look at the prompt. You didn't take time to read it nor understand it, and then proceeded to say you disagree with it, and then come up here and then say that again.
well, I
Right?
read it. I misunderstood it. I mean, I don't think that shows that somebody's dumb. I mean, I can read a book. That doesn't mean I can tell
Kind
you
of
that
does,
everything.
though.
I don't get.
It kind of does.
No, hold up, y'all. I'm tired. What the fuck is going on? I'm fucking tired. Listen, this shit. Listen, it was over when he put that comment in that statement in the comment, and then there was no coming back after Cha Cha called him a fetus. Like, I don't think you understand. There's no need to go back and forth. Like, it was over before it got started.
It's just the audacity. Thank God we all got an AB, because that's ridiculous. Do you know? That's at that age to just think. And I know that his mother would be like that. Get off the internet if you're saying shit like that. She would be embarrassed for him. She'd put him back in the naughty corner. But it's just, it's just because he's a man and he's 22 and he thinks he can come up onto a panel and just decide, do you know what? That psychology isn't right. I mean, what? It's weird. But anyway, poor Evans. Back in that.
Disagree.
Hold on. No. All right, let me do this thing right here. Y'all niggas. I'm tired.
Drop.
I'm tired. Did y'all not hear me say I was tired? It's over. This shit is over. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all learned something today. Shout out to the internet. The internet did this thing today. At least it looked like it from my end. I appreciate everybody coming to support and all that good shit. I'll put this on YouTube. Sharon, you're not following my YouTube. Definitely go follow so you can watch your survey back. Just saying. But I'm motherfucking tired. Y'all still talking. Damn. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. But I'm out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Good night.